sa kwan so na ede asom o my Ghana ama Ghana afa ne tuma pa bi efra me pa cho se ne so ma me say ebo nonson epa ho sema dunumu a ye de dudwam ebebrew na iwi a da sebre agyeedwamena ene God na sarebedi akom ebe ka me ho anopei ye de democrat mu pensim mu ne nsama hodo no nyina ye de beba iwi anopei a chema opoku ni adenta komisu be ka me ho ewo discussion segment no TV sabiri ko se 9 10 bebo no me ne wakwanya na anopei dudwam we are dealing with a very important issue, politics of religion and tribalism, the fate of MPP in 2028. See, anopei ahona edidwedwemo no enam wiki twa mu ni weekend in Sembebre asi. We are told say Bank of Ghana governor for free Dr. Asiama yesi we yi nipa be 100 edi Bank of Ghana ho nipa be 100 enye bibia yes na dwene mu no ofo so mo ye MPP for ti yapekwan bi so edi ayi omu nyina adi en yakase obia NDC aben fa wadwuma mu no o kan hu se we stay ewo ho no coterminous with that of Yera John Mahama any NDC anytime BNDC be fi aben mu bia no sa nipa e be fam do ma si sa nipa 100 na nemu no you go home eno de mo fa hye mutrim say anytime bia wunya tese ya to abawie MNDC elusu pa so appointment no after January 7 2025 pack your things and go home as simple as that because sanity see a public service no ababeye political and all appointment no coterminous as simple as that until obi a for ni bia no ka hu say wo on a 4-year contract 4 years na so a ubekofie upeu umpeu ubekofie so ano so ho endra you tag for kwamitua wa wonim kwamitua no kokan asante amamre asante for emamre nyina mu no onipa ba ko pe efisa abere menyini sese dini kra no obi de to ne ba kwamitua se oya asanteman tanfo kese na oyi asanteman emaye ebitu asanteman ayetu kwamitua na yesi you tag for say omokwamitua ene Professor Jampo isan say we bitu you tag nti amenne omo a press ebedi you tag ani mu no omo ye campaign o say I won't be the Jampo of you tag nti anopei edi nti na Jampo you tag for kwamitua ebebem OSP the krata ba bonti endra say Professor Jampo interfere in investigations nti investigation corruption related investigations are ekoso SML no Professor Jampo interfere now bisa say in his capacity as who because na Professor Jampo fo say o mai cry ne dia to your born ho safo hene e ma ye investigation no timi frɛ interfering in the investigation wow and na this year enam fama enkoa temponko so insane entro kakra Professor Jampo edi enti ye beduru ho na yene mo so edi enkomo na ye kan no na Israel any your friend is saying Iran phone talk no nyasem ketwa na weekend di America for ekokodi dwuma bi wo ho a kese dwumadie na omkodi no ehu papa mu B2 spirit ye bomb friend is a bunker bombers no kodi dwuma bi wo ho a anyasem ketwa and we are told say baby ye dey about 20% of world crude oil efano Iran for say ombetum omutum a ewunsunsan so and I make her say oil no barrel no and number $20 so baby and a day echo amount for baby yamu shishomo is any impact any effect on the world's economy so nti ni nyina no ye no ebedi ho enkomo anopay ye live on Facebook ye live on YouTube okwa like na share na odo comment enso egu ho na ebrebe mu a yakenkan dem but for now ebredu say ye de dwudwam e de ebrew and ye dwudwam anopay no or say politics of religion and tribalism, the fate of MPP in 2028. Asante, Yankwe.
heaven or hell. There's God. And that truly, practically, all over the world, where you find Muslims a lot, we have oil. Am I lying? So who can say Muslims are not from God? But whether we like it or not, Christians hardly want to vote for a Muslim leader. It is a fact. This one, in Nebua, young Kochake, sorry, I had a problem. Some pastors had actually set up WhatsApp platform before the election. We all know, why are we lying to ourselves? Even though I disagree with them, it was a fact. Yes, manka. At least, yeah, acknowledge a problem, but we can find solutions to them. Rather than saying that any problem, what do we have? How can you go and see the doctor? You have problem with your knee, your head, your stomach, your soul, and you say that, oh doctor, it's only my head. Can you be cured? So even though I disagree with them, it doesn't even make sense for somebody to vote based on religion. This is what they believe in. Until we get to the time and the point that civilization will be expanded enough for people to know that religion has got nothing to do with the leadership. If I'm going to take a decision, I have to make a decision that MPP can win for us. Then committees in the people are testing me, but it's a joke. Me see me yakra, me kwa school, me kwa discipline committee, me winning. Obokuare, me winning. Aha, ya de me call BNI Ankosishe. Amas, ya de me call discipline committee, me winning. I say take in Kwana me I stand for the truth. And I can even be killed. I don't care. If you say Obi, Aji Obi Sika, and now Obi as a son, say Obi a coming Kwana Metuaba. I'm Obi a president. Obi my decision would have been different. But we want power. And I call Kegetia, Kotasi rank, for marketplaces, Obi a Japan. We are in the world, but we are not the world. Etiana and Trono Kosrodo. But some of us have seen that.
Asante Pacho Medasi. Yefe entry home. I think the important part no Abba. Dr. Baumia and so Ekasa Wananum, the Ashanti Regional Conference of the New Petro, the Conference of Chairmen. Okasa wase. Mayinkuti Emra Yeba Wianafe Yatu Jomuno.
It's very important, therefore, that we don't allow people to come in with explanations that are not factual, that are made up, and that divide our party. We are a united party, encompassing people from all ethnic groups, all religions, and we are part of the elephant family. It is therefore very important that we do not allow people, for the sake of political advantage, to break us apart as a party. I'm saying this because recently people are going religious and tribal. People are going religious and tribal. That is dangerous for the New Patriotic Party. It is very dangerous for us if you go in that direction. What is clear and is stated in black and white in the Okwei report, as well as all the other studies, is that religion and tribe were not factors in the 2024 election results. They were not factors. They were not. So we should not try to inject to say that Christians will not vote for Baumia. My 4.7 million was were there only Muslims who voted. It's not possible. They were all who voted for. When Kufuor lost, did we say religion? When Mills lost, did we say religion? When Nana Akufo-Addo lost, did we say religion? No, that is not a factor. But people want to make it a factor for political reasons. If in fact that was the case, I wouldn't have contested at all. I would have stepped aside if that is the case, because I'm not a selfish person. I value the party.
All right, Asante Medasi. So, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia and Sone Ena Yeboyi na Oka say he is not a selfish person. Na say Professor Michael Kukui reports no, can say NPP defeat no, say tribalism, any religion, any NPP lose ya, anka obe step aside are uncontested beam. But anopay me pese obia we NPP ni bia no. Obia okasa se na Dr. Stephen Amwa stekakasa na Hussein Pan say or ye enemy of the party. Dr. Stephen Amwa said your kasa ye and said the nipa to send in Seswa omokasa no. You must see them as enemies of the new patriotic party, because they never want to see NPP win power. Look, yenim omaimu NPP abakwasem efi UGCC, ebesi GCP, ebesi NLM, ebesi UP, ebesi PP, ebesi PFP, ediba besia APP numa besi NPP. Obiya nim NPP abakwasem ewo man Ghana mu hase. Eba tribal politics, eba religion politics a obiya nim se NPP for entimi BT NDC for eba tribal politics a. Because NPP ni party a owo base ni base no eye account for party na account stretch all the way from central, western, eba eastern, kwa Ashanti, efa emiamia hodo bebre ekobo no hoko ahafo ni nyina achi na otenase ema NDC for etimi edi eyusu tribalism etimi edifiti NPP, because NPP no ehunu ho say oye a group of well-thinking and well-meaning Ghanaians are the policies, ideas, any programs, and a ibu mind. And until anytime BNP beba bemuno, omutimate think outside the box. Na idea any hono, ne ediaba. You can talk of free SHS, you can talk of free maternal care, you can talk of national health insurance, school feeding, and a lot of policies are not any ho exist in Ghana NPP at the bemu. And this it say obia onintuma na kan nkwa da bia na grasafo enti da bia no ade ade mpapa mu beba eno nkwa na NDC for eye enti okosoro hono mo a ana okovoter o se NDC ye akanfo party enti nzimani enkrani aigbeni kroboni pepeni wonka NPP ho omompe wasem na oduru ase hanso a NPP ya chem ene Asante party no wa lemeto even akan no no wa sale meto no wa yifantefo afiri ho no wa yi ahantafo no wa yiwe no wa ye akan Asante achem Asante party. NPP akọ election akoyi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a wo fisrim a wo ye Muslim as the first ever Muslim presidential candidate in the history of Ghana. Look, NDC for enfa Muslim enko take tumpo, but at every point in time NPP ewo a northerner and a Muslim want to take it some, but we still sit there and the NDC etimi ya propaganda etimi BT NPP to it. MNPP elusu vote ewo suru ho nyina. Party no feel say superior argument and the member party no etimi ewini pa and then na yanyu obi to say eya na ya ne say omo eya sa no eya omo a omo ni abie na omo nimude and eya sa obi to say Dr. Stephen Amwa stika we obi a suapon Ghana ha wakobi abrochira ba wabo PhD we obi a we nimdifo wo kasa esa wo kasa no ehu sa eni nimdie no ewo ho ba kwa wo fa so kasa na anu yi wanya de eno bi okasa sa bia no meme kasa oyobi a ompese NPP ebeba bemu, because market on the wall 2028 election NDC for ebe yusu stika asemo kan e dia campaign. You know why? By hook or crook, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia will lead the new patriotic party again. Umpel Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will lead the new patriotic party again. An MPP for Esuya from their mistake. Omuye na Dubuahi Breso. Say Edubuahi ko 92. Ye Edubuahi. In fact, Obon Humad even though when time and campaign. See a repeat Edubuahi and Kedubuahi winning the 96 election. But because MPP for ye Edubuahi is in chain, Ekofa J. Kufuor, who was a new candidate at the Bayano, J. Kufuor lost the 96 election. A year after J. Kufuor was repeated. As an J. Kufuor, it's me winning 2000. No, Sato was winning 2004. Professor Mills, no, a vice president. Senator Mahmoud Bawumia, vice president here. Olusuye, 2000. NDC forced out in about 2004. NDC forced out in about 2008. Abre wa go. Bibia Chester Professor Mills one tiapo, but they still repeated him. Talk of John Dramani Mahama. Obi Otiako Nyaso for the first time in the history of Ghana. Obi Ebin Sida. You will lose 1 million votes. Ya bunufum from Asamba ya sabunufum from NDC for say John Dramani Mahama. Even though Obeko 110, he's our best bet. Ya the best hand number. And then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Obi, you are saying say ye nyini sinchen, and in your quest to say see Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sinchen no o kasa se o ye kremuni na Christopher and toba e makremuni ora Stephen Amwa ye better say Ghana for will vote for a Muslim no the unity and the progress and development of Ghana eja na kuma so than obia onye Christian ono a wonya onkwa asore ono so onsum kremu na ono di empire pemu edeba me pa cho kobisa sisi amafo kobisa obi nim kobisa Reverend Obofonom kobisa asofo ekwan a ono abaka Japan a wudi nachi no nanum nsam ede omo fa so and obi nim asoro no almost dead egu sisi amafo wo hia na obisa na asoro asempe na wo su because of ono abaka Japan ti ba wo say onipa waka ni pen sa wo ba obegu nsore no wo de wani gine ho ofo say ono eye obi a ono aka se Kristo som ye nkwasi asem sebe ono wani gine ho ofo say oye better than Muslim. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia oye obi a ehonbrase ene asomdwe adware no na oni nipa nyina tena yie na oni nipa nyina tena e wasomdwe kwan so obi ani ho a obetumi aka se Mahmoud Bawumia waye bibi e de atia Kristo som o magana mu. In fact, one of the reasons enti ankramofo bi kura anto abama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no se omo se okwa asoro dodo omo se oni a Kristofo eto nsa didi dodo omo se afedi wakwa madum chei edne kata so akata no so dodo eye reason a ni nuanom ankramofo bi amfa nto aba amfa man because omo ni se okwa oni a Kristofo a eye tala dodo. Professor Dr. Stephen Amwa edie na asie work of trade minister as deputy minister, work of finance minister as deputy minister. Why you adwuma o maslo enti wo ko ye nia hu ye nyina ene wan kasankasa PhD a wo ye nimdi a wanyai ejina obetimi dia ye campaign e dia ma ona boka na Japan a ene nia wo ye me pa cho go back to your notes, go back to your drawing board, go and revise and come back na nsem bi say there and a side part no obi okasa say bia yo obi a wabo ne timu po say oma NPP enwini election 2028. Look, Kwana Koshe 2008 and 2012 before election, the famous Ushia Igbeni Akuno, Ushia Nkrani Afababono, Kwana Koshe damage a yedima NPP for the part what said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Wajan Babia can say Ushia Igbeni Afababon Timuda. What he said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Wajan Baby I can say Ushia Nkrani Afababono. Kona kosha damage sa statement no ye edima ewo MPP so in the 2012 election. Ba wo se ni nyina no wo pe obia no woni asem but please enye niema ebema NPP lose the next election. So na me kan no look ye hu party ni nyina surely NDC will present a southern candidate in the next election, and Dr. Stephen Amwa no must start some kasa say ya by 2028, these are the voices NDC for ebe yusu ediatia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Say, oh, we the nyani yekun, ono anin krofo say, a Christopher monto makremuni, enti no omabo. To send a yebeto be ka be bosumi yebeto ba, ne ye bo ote o ye MPP na ote TV achi a na wo ye mu nkosua ebobo because yasi kokos bobo ifan sen apotru aponchani efinsu as be catch say den chime we anyi na tinye e na wakonwa abo catch say watan enti please yasramo politics of ideas politics of ideas baby ewiase adu no ewiase akonanim Ghana konanim yempe obia odin papemu eba NPP mu na asan o man nyina Ghana ha a Christopher ene nkramofo atena e wa asomdwe mu asembia ni yentam obia nkofa papemu ma enu ntina Boko Haram fo ene extremist ya bombe Cote d'Ivoire ya bombe Burkina Faso Togo ene Nigeria na aka Ghana nko a babia he ni ho no obi anfa he ni ho wo candidate a oso penasem a obi nso woni de a oso penasem yesremo se wodi se ba na obi nso sha ase se ono so kire ni nti a ense se o candidate ni eto abama na e ma bonfu because ebi na me catch one no pay yanya obi a wata national television so attracting say so ye president a anko begun so le o Ghana nyina enti se wo ye Kristo ni na wotemenka na obi ese onko asore na oba obegu asore na obi nso ye kremoni na ose ono de oba ono betena no pacho why na se otop man why na betimi ama asundwe abo my Ghana mu hwan ya ana doctor sebe na mo so onya aware of sani me ya na ana si ya shada si ya hu say election day ni mu ye win ntie na Batman ye say muwe nti yen say mu say ya enubre beto aba no na NPP elusu na ya san be ka say Mahmoud Bawumia na NPP elusu. Is that the idea, the mentality behind it ana? Is that what they want to do? Say ya hu say o say the adu die enye yie nti no yen ka say yen say mu ana ensam Bawumia elusu biem. Look, Konako article 471F of the NPP constitution e ka sam papa mu any segregation ni discrimination ni yi ni factionalism e ka ho asem. It has no place in the NPP constitution. It has no place in the Ghanaian constitution. Ghana constitution, I can say, don't ever divide this nation among religious lines, among ethnic lines, and what have you. In Chadintina, Sabria ni bua bay, afeni yedi ye chia back to the Stone Age. Na ye tribalism and religion politics. Please, yes, Ramo. We dear Arabraka, honorable Stephen Amwa, Sabra Beam, any nipabia Casasan, Monsambra Beam. Tina me born the Diakano, because election a year kui, Obia, what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia camp, now yes, say Babe Kawasem. It doesn't matter, say, you support Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Obeka, na Obokasaba Sabasasa, if Babe Kawasem. And that's the only reason why me pound our brand champion asem. Obe kasasa o Dr. Edutum o Dr. Bawumia camp na kasaba sabasasa e ba be kan wasem very unfortunate, and I think that the leadership of the New Patriotic Party excel condemn us the way because kind article 471F na eka se obia or this sam papa mu no eba no party no kra entwe na so ibetimi afan ibetimi suspend ibetimi po apamo de free party no mu so we sam papa mu no e de ba party no kona kan people constitution yi enti yasramo campaign a ekoi e honte na no onabu kana Japan we share MMDCs e wa Ashanti region ohia mu wie ya e won kran ha sei onabu na champion so onom ko hia mu ko camp meeting omo afiri ho anope ma se ne ombe hia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enso so ene e wo enkran ho se we baby obehia ombia no oni omo so behia obia wo liberty so ya MPP ni nkwa de se wo hia obia no oni obia din komo mo me anya very decent, especially learning from the previous experience. I can't bosu ba kon na ye bo MPP pani pa tape e wo TV so radio so na MPP phone timi hwe TV wana we afro na ne ekoso idie wana we afro ne ekoso idie ni enya MPP fo a mu suban tantanti e ma party ni co opposition na mu wie na mu blame Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na obi ye PR Ministry of Education na the party penny to say MC ekra friend say me pese wo post me ba ma me a o se me ntimi nye obi say fa me ba ko suhum presec dey as day student enye le gon presec o suhum presec as day student was me nye na nipa no hwe na odi yaw na enu nti wa nkoto aba na MPP elusu a na nipa na tware ho na oblemi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Why eji asramo mo hwe na yakoi okokan policy okokan ideas a na party for hwe na wo se na wo fata ombeto abade amount ina masi bebre anopai we ye dwedwamu a me de ebae da asbe no matena se me mo makwa aba na eransi me. Na ni ma mutu say
Awurade Dawruo ma Okukura yimu. Odi aba.
Kura mu so kode ne ma. Okay. Okay. Me da se. Godo Martin.
Ya no menua.
Enti bibi abokode.
Oh, nyame adom. Ahode wo ho. Na enigi asema kuma so ma.
Enigi asema kuma so ma.
Enigi asema kuma so ma. Nyakopon no ankasa wo ye elimination.
Elimination by.
Oh, nyakopon to kwa no bi nku bi ma no.
There be.
Nyakopon to da se me pa cho ya. Baby na the ark of God. Na omode ko baby na.
Nyame se obi ankusu.
So bi ensuma e flat to ko so mu. Nyakopon so okun no. Nyakopon to ko bi nku bi ma no. Pa cho hwede bi ne kan maye.
Okay.
Ebi won man wa kan maye. Why?
The coca man.
Boss.
Morning.
Yeah,
okode. Wana coca na. Omu ye no nyina so omu no mu bia we no.
Hello, be bread lunch. We need that bread.
So me can say me call liver go down and betre this week.
Okay. And they starting in there.
Go down bet we go.
Starting liver.
Go down bet we go.
There be suspended leave.
Okay. It's sana me kan no. Last Thursday, Honorable Kennedy Japan Asia MMDCs no. E won kran ha sei. Weekend you call camp meeting wa betifi. Honorable Brian Champion so Asia wo. And then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Asiomo and pay I think 10:30 ewa Lisa and so Ebishiomo.
Okay.
Na man for year region constituency chairman conference. Na me hunu message be from other platform. Say treasures so say almost be a conference.
Treasures.
And I say and your bacho ifiada pro NPP media conference.
Yan say baso.
We a flag bearer no wa ma.
Ya no dey say baso. Pro NPP media.
Pro NPP media conference. Yes we dey need ifiada.
And be further be really. Mom no home kakra. No mobilize more.
If you are there be na watching and pro NPP media conference.
Me pa so monya artwork ni send
pro NPP media conference. So amumbrana eni omususu nhia. Acha say
the leading media partner to me communication.
Omumbrana eni omususu nhia.
Yes.
Na enema ba ko mienu mi ensa bi ho no ma eni omuni ho komo.
Edward Bayede. Yes.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
What a wow.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ono yire Ajia Samira Bawumia no pe ye mamwachi na do dan Kufuado. Enso ono yire ye mami Rebecca Kufuado nso so ye mamwachi. Na omampeni dada adwona Jekun Kufuo nso so no pe ye chia obadia wo bia. Yanko parliament na pe ye nchia. Osahin afenyoma king. Minority leader oni the deputy Honorable Patricia Appeal J minority chief whip Honorable Frank Anodompre oni the deputy Honorable Jerry Ahmed and afi parliamentary caucus minority nyina chiomo Professor Kinsley nya konsusu anope de bia obi a ye chia ye nu abema adofo danso ye mo achi papa ene etiefo ni ahwefu nyina ye mo nyina achi na Dawruo anope areho nso a waka no awoduru bi na meka se school no kwa ya na nipa bebre hwe wosua okwa sabu se oye kasa disua din na tumi rewure mu akobɔ PhD wi a na fe okasa bia se nipa kun se yes ina professor na se doctor bia na kasema nso a me fifiri ma fem aba je ana ba Steven amo akoye no me dan me tie me hwe video no a esi sa hwe na me ho adwiri me se otumi eka sa ansem na opekan o kasa no wasen bebia nkramfo bi eska ho se gane se peska na ebu o man no enti se bebia nkramfo di edi hini bi eska ho dia adenti ye ha ho wan kasa nkramfo enye nyamesonfo na obi kura se mimi sa na bo 7 amo ase owi opokuware form 5 me boa
opokuware form
ana ko amas
yes kwa mass lower 6 in after 6 years
edu akoye de won kremofo school ho sabana na okwa mass na ye Christopher school
na kremofo school
and so koy
TI Ahmedia koye enti enei nyame aboa wo wakọ mu school amama tetew ama wanya ba bia gina ene de nkremofo ensese ye ka o masem ensese ye program na demand so a ye demand nkremofo ana da no bibisa se wo constituency no woni Dr. Bamia hwan nya high school Dr. Bamia BTU anso constituency wo ye nkremofo a Christopher na dominate but Dr. Bamia BTU enti sa asem na wo kan ye no e bia wakotena se adwene ho se wo a mistake and said the Dawruo kan the ha no say 2028 no master and this first started na omobo TV so kemu na omo de yedede what wa wontimi nka because wana you see ya na akofa ba ye jejireje mwa 2024 na mudi Dr. Bamia chi sabe no ya kremoni no nya kristoni Dr. Stephen Amo say na campaign o campaign mano sabe no nya kristoni o don't know de we so ya kremoni ntimi anta baba de na asesa enti se kane no na odi Dr. Bamia chi na wo ya campaign mano na nne wo si ne kremoni nti nyi anta baba na ne se wo adwen be na adidi na chi na wo ankasa no kra no wo ye nipa ye bebu se wo integrity ana because wo ja kremoni frititi ana wo so ye kristoni frititi enti 2024 nani se nka wo ya campaign mano kra atoko ye campaign no ma no wie na enei wa fura ko gina ba bi dia like father like son azuma Nelson kan say like father like son like master like servant and the said o boss ti no say o boss kasa no eni bi na wo su besua no wa enye kra
obi Pastor Sari say quotations na ye 2 Samuel 6 verse 6 and Proverbs 6 and 7 ti ode hwehona kan sami ewo kwabenya okay so ni ode kan oban but on mami tiu na me so on this issue
tribalism you know
oh yeah we
religious
issues emanating from Judaism.
Oh okay pampa Kwaku mi wo nema mi ense do mi ewo mabrabo mu a say the mesia akasa fa ho say the mesia react bia no ese me de makache mo say I will never have regrets.
Yeah
say Kwaku say miti hoyi na ebia yakoba bi na baby dan e bedam no ebia Kwaku dan isa na aha te said ye kwa asen no fi sabe no koda dem
yeah
e do go pone me man
na patu ne bo amabeka
yeah the whole issue afrofo mienu afrofo mienza
kwa na me shemu a me ye flat
mienza no wan
nya wo ni patu ni
masa me so ye ka ba bo ama ne patu asema me ba fu na mbamu oh Debbie lightweight che Kwaku sena ke da dem he e me man nan na metimani a obisipini your boxes here na me pan sha woto medale me hu a metimakun and I have no regret about it. Medale me hu a metimakun I have no regret about it. Yeli e ba ko enipa wo sori a ohu ni yonku nipa se wo ron wo so chen no se wo ye ofiri ase ha no was so chen do osoro ho ofiri esoro so was so chen do mfifini ene hehe fa Kwaku nipa sa me hu a me bu so ya boa we jimifo we kraseni we atetekwani enipa na sorry a woko ya nu nti no wo gidi se na sorry no so chen wo bidie edu ohu na wo look down upon that person we are the same person na wutie Dr. Stephen Amwa emiya pa se ora Stephen Amwa mi senior opoku arman ko to ne de but we mi senior was I me member of parliament because me share so ni babusa fu nyina we share so ahodi nyina eto aba Kwaku message of Mose men kan tell ora Stephen Amwa ne say they are so much ashamed se ombetima sorry na ka say Stephen Amwa na a member of parliament for Insha so almost embarrassment and a door so could be nya so our conscience let's say baby be the pushy no give me another opportunity and come patch me this and messages the abano give me another opportunity and come patch because
oh yeah unapologetic or sim ye pekra yinkunu
you see a whole quality say wa boni trimu po
wa boni trimu atwim yes wa real
task so kan kremofo aso do mbekun
ai
what that's what can say
yeah
so kan kremofo aso mo dia o mbekun Kwaku until that day now Dr. Stephen Amwa e ka sa asem no no na what is what ka sa asem no ba bi da
bi
e de how am sending text messages no
because okay what can that put here
okay
that very day now
what is what kind of baby ada but that was the first time wako public
now okay
with sad you know at the time when they sending text messages threatening him
na je kwa me na say ne intel chere ne say ne inti a Dr. Stephen Amwo ye say nyina ne say abra ono bka no furu atako ye no na ope finance minister no ene e de ma Dr. Amin Adam inti na dwene mu no fo say baomia eye kremoni Amin Adam ye kremoni ntina ye de ema ne tsa na tie dia eso ompen kremofo asem
enye luntra wonpo basam dada
okay
enye luntra wonpo masam dada Messi Kwaku enye luntra eti Stephen Amwa kana bonten say ena so abekan kremofo asem ti afen kremofo ye wudifo omba beku no mbeko meku no wotie wonwa ne kasa no a wose den wose or you saw the word civilization. Some
oh yes. Until civilization, beba.
Yeah.
It is Stephen Amwa Jini say you were Benjamin Brim. Stephen Amwa, you need one hour Benjamin Brim.
Prof.
If you are not civilized, in shares of people are civilized. Because what say, and because what say doesn't even make sense. So we better and tell be say I want to small. So kind. Just one the work he doesn't even know what it's about.
Masama mo kan Dr. Francis Chi say e no kure say Stephen Amwa eko was ofio no ko amas na udu amasa ye obabi a ye yi a Kristo forsom na emi sa Stephen Amwa say udu owasa baby owasa nkremo forsom ana
baby nketi
owa enti say amas
ye no so
baby kese
so say we chere say nkremo for kura no adwini my kono
me first born me ba me mane ko me say da mane ko ti aya mas
you just say me ba
me ba o ko say mo man different school ba me sha akwasi wo mre what I say
you
wo me tell this me
mami kan sa asimwe me kan asema ese me kan
I'm hoping I will not me rain me tonto
chema wuntumi me ko ti chema wuntumi o say MPP for mun sorry o na ye munti ena de mama yemi si na eye nkremofo nti ena stekanom eye ba omia sa look nkremofo a wo Ghana eye munti muni pepefo am ena ne mama stekanom kwan no mo ye ba omia sa look for the first time in the history of Ghana e bin see that ye di kremuni abedi party bi anim look NDC from 92 eba one Muslim pe and modern I animated that and no assume saying and this if only one Muslim after 92 from 92 at every point in time NPP were a Muslim their ticket as running mate and in the last election NPP omutin pepe for omutin kremo for omayese no NPP presented a Muslim candidate and a Northerner. Then you go to the polls and you go and vote for John Dramani Mahama, NDC, and you give credence at the honorable Stekanom, and they do by Umia like this. And they are doing this because in the last election, more Muslims, more people for you decided not to vote for MPP. You decided not to vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And one who needs here, who said, Stekanom, I say Munina Muntimin Kasa. Man was a mania woo. One who said, ne, Besine, chief imam office, any cremofo man, Umemunina, my dean, and the idea, and you have no moral right. Messina may shine in cremofo group beer on Bible and Tabaka Casas to come a patcho. You have no moral right. You had one of your own, and you decided to vote against him. And I'm more to me, Asha Stekanumusem, and no more Casasani or more Casay, all because Moon cremofo. Any moon pepe for mu decided say for the first time a yenya kremuni obejina on any political party ticket a contest election and I mean can say one of the two major political party ticket a contest no mu decided say mu vote mano enti kremofo ni pepe for mu Ghana eye munti and omo ye MPP sa go don me wi
alright Kwaku enti wotie stika asem na wokan no a wonu ahu se wa woto aba because say asori awoko and say we Kristo ni na aka sekramuni enti me president no se sa na woto aba wo se ejimisem pa to stika kan wo se obi a we Kristo ni na woto aba se ni bakon we kramuni nti won fata so be president ni nyansa bia enim na wo bɔ mpa se ebeduru ho Kwaku Stefan was wo hwɛ se da ebeduru ho e da ebeduru ba bia
edu obi se edu 2099 ye be say
20 say
99
2099 3000
nti bia se na ma hwɛ se 3000 ansa na civilization be ga
Stefan was woni ma yaduru ho ye twam kura da civilization bia wo use Ethiopia for calendar no
na ye go school kura so say civilization started in Egypt and e bedru Ghana and you tell baby on your san ko say
system mo ya tete kwani say na ni mie because Kwaku you see adewe eya reho semma areho na em de se won wa use sa tu ayi ni say it doesn't make sense and yes
eto abamo bia yansen
Kwaku elia no kan na obi a wo ye kremoni na won so ayekon e wa Kristofo so ene obi a no so won kwa asore ya wo se eye waste of time so be kwa asore na wo so ayekon e wa Kristofo so o mi no na ka pena se o mi enu ana Kwaku isi asem wanka na out of the blue o ma hye no wode ene mo ko launch no e wo e fe ne se mampon okay asori dem ho ka say
asori dem
asori
kasai yes o man to abam kremoni
asori ne kasai o kan no say ka so buul be e dey say ram na be cheche be buonum
o mo campaign dey gina so and say makristo for to abam kremoni o mo campaign no
that's the vision yes nyansa no
okay enti o mu wi a stika obekọ ayi fa beba fada manom abaye campaign ana so na bo kan Japan your likely event so wini a na bo stika bedi ona bo kan Japan achi akosire makoye campaign obeba fada
menye so betu akodo
obekọ aso ase
menye so beko ena stika kwa no santasi izongo da da se ni se wutimi ko hobi mo because ekemofo quality no because ubuo mu se omo ye substandard ubuo mu se omo ye grade A human being se omo do mo nse mfata hwe now I know something ebra na stika wo maslock Maslock as CEO na the deputy CMB Efiakutu ene Hajia Abibata good Abibata so ekremoni good no wonder good said one penasem
anon penasem
good eti me so bi jibi afa ma hu se na stika esore so okwa adwuma finance ministry a na odi abufuo e de kwa adwuma because the boss e ekremoni Dr. Amin Adam on say afa abedi say ama hu nkofo bi say omo ye MP before mpanifo eso man to ma ba ama Dr. Baumia me ba just mo hu
me say
because enya na wo be hu say Dr. Baumia kremoni
obi say na ya say afa kremoni edi na nimu asfa oye deputy to a Muslim finance minister
yes on go don kan
na me kan
no ene ya eto okwa adwuma na eye ne os me akwa we kremoni be na me ko instructions e free ni ho kremoni be na me ko instructions e free ni ho no so we say the city Kwaku seminar mo na kan we say wo hwe time ma civilization beba na me civilization days say woni mu dia ya twam ho
twam akodu ba bi ekokura
na wo da so wo da so atete kwani da bi emfataw bia bibi ne pushi wo at times microphone no etimi pushi ma ye ne mabi dwene hu biem wo seminar mo dwene hu biem come back apologize to all Muslims Ghana for MPP for say asan kan no wan kan ye wan kokotwia we kwan face for the mean
okay nti Kwaku Begil say correction the Muslims didn't vote against Baumia. They did not vote at all, evident from the low turnout, and the last election wasn't a vote on Baumia, it was a vote on the then incumbent president. Any Muslim who wanted to vote for Mahama actually did. But what I'm saying is say unim omeya bakwasemwa say independence about almost 70 years. na kremoni bia medi party major of any major party bia nim na ye ma kremoni bi opportunity a na ye kremoni a because Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia success today ma future success no depends on Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na ka say mo hi asem some be kwa kotoba mo tena asem alaji sinari num eba zongo num ebe dada mo ebe toto bento ane de mamo eme bibu afu bi ankoto aba ema ma basintale num eba be ka kire mo say Bawumia ewe preku enum whiskey and you didn't go and vote. You didn't go and vote.
Kwaku, Obia confirming. Obia confirming the frosty relationship between Steka and
Abibata.
No on person be winning. Kusa ekremo nintra.
Obey.
And I want to ekremo for too much.
And yet,
yo, what you be busa set time all my facilities for aid, no. The free ma meno ho buy, no. How many of them will approve here? Yo. What you see? Mechia ahwefo na na metiefo no machia chairman ko ka wo Kumasi Ashanti regional odi ni birthday ne boss ade we nyina eye ken adwuma wa hyehye ni nyina because he started this campaign ojina sorry them e ka sa sorry dan na yeden sorry na yeden akasa enti se no ti wona na steke ka sa asem enyo no ani pa na o ka se 2022 2022 any problem na e ma e lose yen e ma ye lose no and ono abeka say e religion ti e na ye lose enyo no an kan na ne mba e nam na e kasa why should we be worried ye papa no ni obi di ideas e ba no ono ne de no e religion division distraction confusion eye sa adwuma no ene wa hyehyɛ a odeba ena na fafo no go and check obi opeso ye finance minister bia profoni nyina ko kasa wrong baby obemu obama division na religion divided nipa no religion no diama treatment or diama other religions nyai sa no stika baby a wo bia no he wo ye MP ba eye nkrofo na to abama wo na environment na wo sisi no embarrassment na wo dia ba no ugu om fi so come out and come and apologize and MPP as a to order yan correct sadie we am form na yansi ho a he will continue to do this because say what the okan emfa no ho ye prekra inshaen su kra non contest you ade we lusu dada nti so don't try to come and contest until say ube show apology ama hu say yes kasa na ji wu nsem no baby a wonam no eye mo boss Kennedy the main agenda the main policy or they call elections you know say Muslim cannot be a president. Medasi.
Medasi. Na election we said ya enema ekono. Me say na HCG say there were a clear case of the statement of a year school go through you or you go through the school. Bam. No mu bina e bi mo experience na na ponsa be dia ko as one thing that I said that one thing that for Dr. Bawumia was the Boko conflict. So on the I know you're another discussing for another day. So na ponsa be dia komedasi. So media go down. Se obi na o support Bawumia. Na ene on support ni bi mu a
news ana
on yet you see I have menya a lot of respect for Nite Kutegu.
Okay,
because see Nite Kutegu I can't check Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia team ni say previously no me support Dr. Bawumia.
Yes,
me gusu gidi say or you be a owenim dia obetimi dia boa party no, but this time there me feel say me person me support to before from enti medamo ase na Dr. Bawumia platforms are me was no because of say me support to be fronti me free so and I think a idea obia wo integrity hu hia no ɛsɛ otumi yɛ saa sɛ wo support honorable Kennedy Japan said the area Kwame Wusu any area upon bio no support no ne in fact area Kwame Wusu no the campaign manager
yes
no more free hono they have also communicated so now they don't attend their meetings they are not on their platforms
yes
and I think sir that is where we should get to and then me hu MPs ni bi ebi wo ha na no no bokwasi akwaba ha no o kan o say MP bia oyi ni fi Dr. Bawumia platform so say oye obi nipa in the previous primaries no and then say nipa no emo ko baby fufuro ema ono kwasi akwagusu Bawumia enti no
and nipa kwani kasi wo
kwasi akwa enye Bawumia nipa enti oyi kwasi akwa odan MP efi Dr. Bawumia platform so
okay
and now no say nipa no ebo gumbe o baby
and ono kwasi akwa daka
kwasi akwa no ewo Bawumia ho so part back but ade a enye so be your spy
yes
now will be platform so near your information bar ese na no godo kan no now we hear live coverage now we try screenshot at the call it's not good
enra me bawo enra MP baako platform baako bi ye wo so omomu yi ni free so obi yi no no obi sa de bae ye back and forth by 4 times me bu say mu no say ono wone candidates ne baako if I know support Dr. Bawumia
yeah
but one more my best is saying no make like I think like I even go what support what Dr. Bray Champion support to e boa on the prime minister ni yin ko to ta boa no enti one person baby bia openly say if you do that on support Dr. Bawumia no he doesn't want to be on any platform one tiny baby
obetani baby
enti wakasa no enra ye yin free platform no so and I think say it is better.
In fact,
yes, yes,
Eastern Region and Penny Barco. Me wa catch him.
Where's Eastern Regional?
Yeah, Eastern Region and Penny Barco. Wa catch him say, or no deal support to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now, GDA said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be winning. Now, relationship on Dr. Brian Champion wono. Said this election one supported Honorable Brian Champion on the campaign moi because of a near man Honorable Brian Champion ayama no no gusu ye MP. And this any panel on also so no or see what obeka support Honorable Brian Champion. But ni nyina mu no Brian as a person why decent onye any anti-party conduct bia
no
na chita force be den ebe so aye bi ade atia obi a and ye won crofo bebiri so look ya ye nua Pope for Hope Pope nso say ono so if I don't the or T group beef cry for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia
me kai bi sa
yeah me can me fin the group ni din Momo in fact from 2020 Momo ye yima Dr. Bawumia but one friend me say Charlie baby aduni there ono so across the carpet or koye Eastern agenda ti oko Honorable Brian camp ti Pope say uhuna or call this side and nkrofo so firi ha e ko ha bi fia e ko bi fia ko a enti go no say wa switch a me hu say wa switch ye hu empanifo bi e hu nkrofo bi say omo join the camp bi lecturer says company for no so a shifting because obi catch them say obi ko election no bo nipa me say bi din kire me say ohu ba bi asan krofo yo pressure say hona samia okuwo he may not come out say me ha ba onye hu nipa we so mo support say team nipa na say samia ho in the same way ye hunu enkrofo bi a o ma sha in fact some of them openipa ba ko ho a no support Dr. Bawumia ene you send in Crawford be a pitch camp war some areas. Inti minimum side any peak no. Ni who say Dr. Bawumia Fabi or your bar.
Yes.
But that's where who
yeah.
Oh, or
on quite cooker. Maybe I want on the num
on Nam Tenten
on Nam but see Kwaku. Eh, and Rammy post to a DB or Facebook, Miss Umi, and I don't know. Make I said baby a dream. I am midday. Dr. Bawumia Nagopon ye who swaman Chabrenaso. It's our pon Rangasa a tribute from my man will say, these are people I can honestly deal with them. Obolma don't now moon to me and can't tell Dr. Bawumia, and I will be obeying say, may Koyajuma Amawin. Oh, no money ne ye, now a man suspicion biaba, may nipa bear 7. Ya mabusa wo mo say ujafo wana mo to bia e kosol matese o kwa se na etese nipa 7 me no catch me say ampo mo ko Dr. Bright ampo wana me so why not any kwai say the be ya na twe ho free wo mo na wo bia hu say ha na wo because they the same party ba ko me ne kasa ye or the better platform music be
o say usu mama a background of communication officer say yes say o say sticker apato ano pay e wo Peace FM. And if I true there, on no can say a sticker apato ano pay. And you say ampa there and a yes or a patcho. And so who say one can say
oh no me was information.
Yeah, no be patcho. And you see a more beer and fat. But
such as it was a chapel ball man conditioner.
But because can say be kunu kura yinkuno. Na say oh you prepared for it.
Mommy that was through
and for you through.
The obvious kunno. What come say post that me here me say Dr. Baumia team anyone one kasa major tax ahead for him for the next 2 weeks. And they say obey 2-way verification. 2-way once a WhatsApp group ya na was 2-way verification say me patrol me no ye adwuma o support me because support me ana because ania was you that but you double check yes na no madi nkomo you double check na no madi nkomo but the echo sweet Kwaku very interesting it's good and then now winning and that Dr. Bright champion to see me yeah me say sika ya kwotete kakra wo
sasu akobi na kawim
mosquito spray
we the free advert mosquito be an aid no and no cry insecticide spray sasu say John was spray to hanyina ye di
say ayifuin MMDC echo baby last week and the weekend so mo ko di weekend
mo ko camp meet
so mo ko camp meet me that's refresher course o mo wie ye so you ko be jo bi akwan say MMDC ni bebre
na so Dr. Baumia be shi o mo
10 o'clock e wa say one crisis ye nim akwanya no any feedback
regional constituency chairman conference in Susuno say you ma
so the course ho me ba cho me say scan the course ye nim by there is no point obi empanifo no makọ be na obi no be bia me akra de be ka
na wo fa dia
na go don ka
say ye nuane say
yes
na no ya te say wa hyehyɛ mu bi me nso sending me message say Honorable Brian is making waves.
Making waves ye nya ehunu
o de ka che ne say ya te say wa hyehyɛ mu bi
wa hyehyɛ bia ma eni ai
na wa yi ye afrim
ekofo na boso Peter de agye no
say ono sa no ne ye betena de a
Peter de agye no
ye so ye ne betena pa
ana misi Peter de agye no
o tu me dan yen ka because oba ye di bi de
ana ti free we ti free wo
ana say say o ka o say o ka for 4 years
am go na o ka say Dr. Bomianye we say 2-way verification say yes we bi yes we ba kanyam say ni pedi na tiafe no hu say bi ko ni bi ko twene no bi say won so mo ko bia na won so mo ko enti Dr. Bomianye so ofro bia no bi say won so ko ana na so hu woni ono mo ka na ono mo fa dwon no ma fa dwon
Kwaku wo be ko mesraw ebi no busa say e de le be ma wo bi a wo support Dr. Baumia 2016 2024 elections no obi fi ho no akọ mesrem
ebi ni mo a obi dia bo obi ni keka
ya no wo ho and ebu on so a wo pa mo starting free presidential primaries ni say anko for mo support Dr. Baumia na do no ano after see we primaries no and so Dr. Baumia ba be flag bearer no na e wo say as a patriot no obeye adwuma ema party no and mo support you but don't also forget to say obi ka se bi che but I think I can say it here it may not be palatable to a lot of people. Kwaku Ebra na Nado ye president na Dr. Baumia as vice president sina na Nado no cameraman
yeah
Dr. Baumia no cameraman
no
na Nado videographer na Dr. Baumia so videographer na Nado protocol head of protocol Dr. Baumia so head of protocol eti adan na obi a wo so ye adwuma e ma na Ekufuado say kuta position bi
spoken it
and you still think say Dr. Baumia edie no ye fa mamra ma wo mum na ma meye abro no so obi a wo ye
iba koku ani do ho
ebinom adwen yi o mo say enam so mba Dr. Baumia ho ma say adwuma na mo meye ntin e de mo beba
koku ani do ho was the presidential spokesperson in fact NDC lusu election atame osu wuye Owie ana John Jinapon ne kasa John Jinapon ne kasa Mahama as vice president. Quickly Mahama promote John Jinapo over Kwaku anyi de ho. Emma John Jinapo be the presidential spokesperson.
And then quickly police how we faster than quick. Papa ni free mono
with immediate effect.
Papa ni free mono. Ade achi na Kwaku prepare briefing so de koma
President
Mahama. Okwaye no President Mahama say onya briefing na wi.
Owie.
E hwa anti no briefing wa anyo. Kwaku di se ni moto lo sande ko fi.
In fact, omo transfer no dano a say wo free ho no nko omo so mo de ni ko baby sa.
Etia no de
obia be me de godon enya me kan say internal party election. Oso ehia am obia hu so aso ehia.
Obia nya wo hwe.
Obia nya wo hwe. Wa na wo do ho.
Life is full of choices.
Wa na wo do ho so aso ehia obia ntimi nya wo hwe. Obia ntimi nya. Ma me ya homa no semanum. About 8:19. Maybe akosi 8 men sorry. Ye twa me na wo fa ni mu. Ye bia akosi 8:25. Into ubemu a mesro lower the volume of your radio set. Now lower the volume of your TV set. 0201 455 555 0201 455 555. Now what do you mean?
Hello.
Good morning, Patrick Force and Axel Vinfa.
Good morning, but Adams and Adams are two. Go on. Now, Fibre, any day, me chairman of Poripa, Munim Bibi. Once the cano, let him follow. What they will was our chief imam office ID, Ubiari, because now Obi Kate a agenda on my essay, the Kaka Sano, shares for Musori, maybe the Tiambuno, a magazine for Musori Embra, we for Sorindra, let us Omokata, Yakaka Kemofono, it's a 204. Stika na una we MPP na udi bomietie we bomietie o kenini da point ya fine ba embe kase ba omia muslim ni etime di Ghana for so patem na wrong what o ka o say muslim community especially clarity you are man for on betina so na for enye ka o e be fa moto kwa di me choke ma so ba ye pese bi o maka say take mo so no o take so mo pentokwa for you say the spirit to know and akamu Muslim phone down.
All right, but I see. Obi so enter so. Good morning.
Good morning.
Patrick Frost and Axel Vinfa.
The friend Alaji you see deputy national like yours.
Alaji Patrick Mamintio. TV we be on Brenna Sena me no emi entun kan. Okay.
No, asama sikakaya no. More party no. But the party need to call him to order. And yes, may quitting son will be a becker your pay. Ye here, national executive. Omonka no channel. Yamin Shramuna moving Yamin Shramu.
Yamin Shramun. So, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Patrick Frost and Axel Vinfa.
Okay, friend, Quabne Boa. I said to Kumasi in Shire.
Babra, Mamintio.
Patrol chair with you for Godon and that's move boy to my pa. Patrol the council no kind, Nabos council no kind yet. The crime who did me. Now, me personally no, me no man no. As a minimum issue will be back. Maybe a year, me trade one in persuasion. Now, a news in the Aniaka. News in the Aniaka, but some more what can you see? And I'm how I say, we sit here as a person. Now, me so what? Emi yapa, ba ho de ngan kam ho. Apa yen to aba. Midase.
Me that. Good morning.
Good morning.
Patrick Frost and Axel Vinfa.
Dawruo we wa uli 5 p.m. Atima kotia.
5 p.m.
Dawruo
5 p.m. Go the sikai ba yi man te wonka.
Dawruo ensem wo ho wo di aba.
Oh dear, and then we we after me. Why?
Dawruo metro and somebody Dawruo won we to good. Dawruo asema abeton.
Oh dear, we after me. Na me go to sika wo ho. Do the we after me.
Dawruo me dey when ya patrowa e bia mutan kwa na wate na wapato. Ewo yesi wapato system sana enkopo kan dey. But ye bompa ye say party mo obi ama mesere. ebi a wo de wanya bi ukọ ebi a ye wo kire na ye nya bi na tia sa ye so ye benya ye de ye bomba ye se party ni be ye a enka bom beba na ebi asunde ni ahoto bebre dan ni bia
5 p.m. Meda simichi akwati afo nyina. Hello, good morning. Good morning, Patrick Frost and Axe Viva. Okay, went me nyina so. Hello, good morning, Patrick Frost and Axe Viva.
Hello.
Good morning, Patrick Frost and Axe Viva.
Yes, let me Juliana Danko.
Auntie Julie Casafifa.
Yeah, Patrick, Semina, Sitaka, no, why not, dear friend? As a summer
Okay. Auntie Julie, that's why Homano MC Jessica Kakra. And 0201 455 555. 0201 455 555. Good morning. Patrick Frost and Axe Fifa.
Friend Kofi Jumu, the Capesi Adherence.
Going back to my Neso Kakrab Mammy, Namintio.
The Cadia in Immuno. He has never been an NTCAU. And then a Kupado, any alarm. He was an alarm person. He a Kupa Lucano when you see a man appointed. He has always been a quantity clockwise. I see. He was on a day. Here, Myanmar Yanka position Yano. He has always been anti-clockwise. You're call right on or negative. It's not funny morning, said. A politics.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Good morning, Patrick Frost and Axe Fifa. Hello? Okay, went to me and you so in favor for Ahumana Jami. Mana Jami, yeah. Okay, me here. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, went to me and you so how you went to me radio 95.9 any movement television so your friend Jumedi say movement in the morning within the Kwaku room and pay God na saribidi akoda sibre ejejamana any coca camera mama has meet me for last one na me fancy. Good morning. Okay, ahomane de MC baby aduno ehwa na meet me e de SCT freezy so abuja senen so ema me say wuntumi radio 95.9 movement television e wo kokomlemle e wo circle ni new town quantum so after heavy do junction on mo na je say e bokwan ho pe so ri ye adwuma say o say ye bo nema ho dawru ma o pe airtime o ye so for airtime akanya me asem anase dwumadi bia na ano pe tumiri kabra na eno ntras nya hyehyɛ anase frame 0509 301 401 and 0592 589 720 and 0246 37 5134 na oni empenifo entwetwe enkomo odunfo bi esidan na onwie edan no Klagon ewo easily gone Klagon ahimfi sorry ewo Spintex Klagon ahimfi no achi timisro tumilika 3-story building patro ground floor dey we a single room self-contained 2-bedroom apartment and a first floor no a 6-bedroom apartment and I know so ewo ho na fi wa watwa so mo san won sase be 4 plot bi egumpotem ho no so a omo eton ti obi antutu milika no pay na opasa sini bi afre omo opeso to dan so afre 024 668 3597 024 668 3597 oni omo entwetwe enkomo na fi omo so etimi aboa tabia heba mischa eye malaria duro pacho malaria cho wenu mato wuntimi nidia tabia na wohia tabia de ye de enubra ene habama na aye na hoden wo soropa na ebo adwuma so yie enti obi a fever acho malaria acho na awota tigu so no wadro immune system na very weak wadro ne tabia eba mischa ebebo papa afa me catch se tabia ta kumu so de a wo ye be ma de so nya bi be ma ene abraboma kokuhiri asenti mema ye mre muya ohwie nye yi we dey the turmeric honey the flaxseed the black pepper the ginseng the ginger and the ayem no vitality 100% organic bema onya bitafra kwakudo nsuru benya ahoden amoba na bonisema ma ndro nyina food and drugs for ajatum pacho opebi atu akoton a ko pharmacy bia na sefre 0243 68 68 61 and 0245 74 9206 na oni omo enkasa high sense for say ene oma ba magana for ho atomo isan say eba home appliance pa de ade bi ade nyinam kanea na eso say eye computer say eye TV say eye smartphone say eye air conditioners microwaves blenders rice cookers refrigerators chest freezers any bibia de kanea na eso de high sense fa so na woko papa ne bo onye den na fenso otobia wo ahotoso se ube yusu se de tia ne tie patro mo Ghana fa na ba bia nso enkran mato apetem ya hodo pi ukokuma se takrade okọ ba bi se hohoi ho kofodua tachiman tamale sunyan ba bia obenya bi ato oni omudi nkoma ombetimi kra kiro ba bia branch a eben na akotubi 0302 55 0000 0302 550000 na oniomo enso atwetwe enkomo best brain semen control sem omo the books e dey aba from nursery ekosi G senior high school na nursery for ni KG4 numeracy literacy owep creative art phonics fan writing early writing picture reading any coloring nyina no kwa abenya bi basic school for so omo the mathematics omo the science omo the owep english language computing asante twi akuapum twi fante any workbook for maths and science omo the nyina aba na GHS for no so no eba maths eba integrated science eba career technology eba social studies eba RME any all other books are past questions nyina no ebi ewo ho tutuminika koma so ye omo wo eye pankrono wo Kumase La Posada Hotel no echi betimi afro 0507 200 200 and 0241 520 946 na one be best brain publications for so atwetwe enkomo godon
Kwaku
any dasibre na kuka so anopai ebeto aso
you say keep your campaign away from Zongo communities. Youth group tells Honorable Kennedy Japan and a sticker picture and I was in city newsroom.
Okay,
story and I made it by
Pope said that the group near icons for Bawumia.
Icons
for Bawumia. So I know pay mix okay.
But we say that in Kabi of Massive was what tea program PCFM yet.
Any apology.
Okay. Justification.
I could justify. Okay. Oh, so I don't know what can see be kuni kra. Enya de obere draw. Enya de obe kan wasem. Enya sana penny eye. Enya sana me kan ye yane say omo ko school asua homa. They should know better and do better no mo yesa no. Ena ye ne ma de na ya. Enso so ni nyina mu no hwe. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de obedi part na ni.
Oh, nyame aduma.
Me ya na de ko si mi yam shishimi o.
Nyame aduma. Ai Kwaku ena isim obi ti say Dr. Bray Champo untimi discount and Kenya for fraud their back contest we free mu a
enye yi
na wo you bill so a largely pejidi said the near thing enti ho virgin land enkofo epe baby akosese all said Dr. Bawumia ho no and I'm saying already know what your vice president in no. So many positions no one for more that. It be did say almost that recognition, no money that role to play. It almost called Dr. Bray Champo. No more so I could play Rua. Kwaku, Miss Midi Bonnie, a be a woman. No moment, whoa, qua. If you're not woo free Mwakono, didn't me. And Cassette. They feel like women rich in heaven amount. And then all of a sudden, about baby some jim. And Kwaki can send some equal consa, equal chantro and two be so Kwaku. The moment I will be yes, not the other side of also tear almost one anti down. Kwaku Menuka say, Uraku Sajima, Sajima.
Ghana Tourism.
Former CEO Ghana Tourism Authority. I'm reliably informed. Say what free what
manifesto.
Manifesto is the bad.
No a co-chairman.
No a co-chairman. I was a creative as the bend.
And a campaign is some communication, media buying is anomalous.
Now, no, what can pa. Matisse say no. What free holomo. What call Dr. Bray Champo holomo. And if she Dr. Bawumia ebedim kunim. Ebi kono na ebi ba. Ebi ko na ebi ba campaign no. Obi abete na role be play. And a mesre. Emma will be in trouble being kind say may try official role. Say me play our Dr. Bawumia a campaign. Kwaku official role be the whole man a so chance say baby I will tell you I need you. Baby I will you juma. asori a wokọ social groupings a wo mu obetimi about Dr. Bawumia ho Dawruo Kwaku that is your responsibility but Dawruo emma Dr. Bawumia enye obia na sabi pedo asa every members of parliament is omo 88 ya emu 65 I say obakọ support Dr. Bawumia. I can tell you say enye obia Dr. Bawumia bo hu na bota bonidi Nana Akufo-Addo president one appointees in Nano and you better who na utibonidi. It's a message. Don't wait to be recognized by the party or by the Dr. Bawumia campaign team and be given a role. Missy role be the whole my head a switch and say, baby, our tongue will be dear, baby, our cotton will watch it. Okwa, over this uncle, and said Dr. Bawumia is the best candidate for the party and the best person to lead Ghana after 2028 elections.
Yeah, primaries, internal primaries in election. We are. If you're not free, Mukoyan, be a network Sabbath film. Ababeboa, Ama, your campaign for the general election. And it's a walk of self anyway. Now, Kokodu, now if you will Saba. Now I call you Okra, the enemy no. Okra, Okaway, and Ma. I'm Refiana.
All right. My main call a humane so okay, that's where Honorable Francis is here. I'm say o to TNT and pension. Mammy for us, I mean, can't say or Chiana or there say I mature say Tika Simbinia de Adeno, Yanfa and Tuga. I don't think say it is even necessary. Say will be back can CCC and now is it where sir? You are giving ammunition to your opponent to use against you.
Okay, now what's and
one of the reasons it's a party near a party neighbor is Gasamo during the campaign. So I don't see why NPP person mobile church social media so echosi. I see. Yo, Mamin Kwahuman so honorable Nana Komia a member so that makes me say, but no, some who wouldn't be on the board a founding member. Ace politician any bakuni ede
nana kwed wonya
found him manamo or ace politician
and or party big week
Martin
me ya me Joseph
bacho na ho ye de
ye gu super me ya
e de Nyankopon ase me gidi se Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia so ne ho ye
pa
yede nyamiase you we de ajankoma ekoso party nim na ye ne edi nkomo kakra na edi kan se party mpanifo kushia na no National Council no mo kaso ye be call conference July omu wia January 31st ambeto aba next year ehun komo bebre akoso ema ehun se yera kan Japan crack ho asem I have seen a statement me nyan read here say enipa bi crack through petition at the court conference say ye overturn this decision no and all that meaning so officially no ubetimi aka Dr. Bawumia position on that and yes answer there why as a politician betimi aka say we a senior member of the New Patriotic Party no sanche no e ho asem to saying
yo me da say mama nchia we for any impendifo a mo share mo studio ha no pe me ya ye ni Bawumia position. Say no, you were the party's position. National Council of the party, say the National Council, and then the second highest decision-making body of the party. Almost normal take decision. Until say no. And yet, Bawumia position also, Nana Komia position, the position of the party. And not just will be a party, but that is the position of the party. Meya, Ubejiatu say the Tibrea party NPP won't say, and yet, Wakoya election, what did Kugu say? IBC that in 1992. And who can see a pa. Ewo party nim say the party na chitapo nya obiara ho anamboa
no correct
19 so was atibre mu a na se so ye no so be bi e bechiche mu rentem se na be ya mo betimi ayen hihye ya mo be free sa ayahu mu meboa
no correct
na emo mu se bibi koso wo party num
na no mom edim papemu enim tokwa eba party no match say areho na aba no kra na de bi eba be count say say dey no twa so
enukre
ubedi atumu say tibia ye wo mi a kind of bofukasemu a sa a disappointment any the despondency any areho sorrow about the party sweet. Ain't says here back yen near my back kind of one boom, Yachi and Red, Yata Pijaya. Tibrias is say, yes, I come in the say. A nippany be party penny for ni be a year per se a year is 2 franc my party. I shall see a year campaign. A massa campaign, a no momu in some my cost was our campaigns were edding pape monocra as Sabeca around. Yeah. It was a market.
And okay.
Na sa a impape muy ne or yene babe carre who me. I shall see a reader who say be a flat bearer. Would you too, sir?
Pepe.
Okay. And Nuntino saw your penny or party more as a over pet coin biswa. Sa flag bearer nipa ye pesi 2 franca ye campaign I no de in papemu esabeka arehuna ye woman obepe kwan ya ye betimi esi anontem hwe na ye free bi ndaseda thank you to party no ye election bia ye call thank you to flag bearer no na o 2 franca mapa so dinkunimo when dinkunimo call thank you to if you do boy in the breso 1993. Yeah, thank you, Tosa. Well, so Oko that party for us.
Yes.
So Juma Moye my party no ni modern bomb here. I feel thank you to a ko yi. So ni me see. Flag bearer 17. In Kenya say thank you to. Emma ko uhu ne see wo.
Kumase.
Brekum. O de bresha se kwa brekum. Na Kasani bia nipa ni bi kan ye regional chairman ko kan ye ne obi se atwi no na no so sorry ye reply regional chairman wo hu nsem esi wo bi ena ye ba bantama oho de thank you to no afi be hu na nipa cheti obi t-shirt ewo baby a ishemu ho no oho na ye t-shirt ye man kofu sika ya kwakofa brass band Yadi bold bin samnane. Thank you, Tono. Thank you, Tom. Emma, area piano, ye wo obisikan. Emma Kenya coupon for Fian Bank, any panic training. Ewo Bantam. Ninya because of flag bearer, yasin. Nancy, a regional chairman, a Yoko for Etin, yes, a copper bill. And no so nipa ni bia gidi se flag bearer and 17 is na ye ma we fa bail ma e be so ba or the ball benya no onyam engineer di koma we no mo e the bail na ba no so kuta se ye me na makwa ji bail ma nipa we because flag bearer na se utie kasa ni bia papa mu pa se na we no de party form pese e beto aba many pay free ha nipa mo wo sa sumi mu enunti party 4% same papa mu be na etenwe party a arehu kesiese aba beto party na ye be ye hihye ye be ma party na pejarehu na de nya ka bomu a hwene ma ikot enunti no national council share national council say sa adie ya be a arehu ya party wo mi na sa papa mu ni kasa ekoso no oyene kesi ade aba party mu esuntwa kosi say e be flag bearer elections enunti no ye ntimi ma we entwa so enti flag bearer election na ibe yi no betu franca no ye dey share January 31st na national council no kwa no mo tumi say omo be share date ye dey be yi flag bearer enunti almost hwe na ekoso ya omahu se na dimpa pe mu kese pa be se party no kese pa any sa flag bearer bia se the two Frankama party. Jenny no tem. Na no free wa. And no na fesa pape muna banu betine free. Na party no anya sunfie any candy for. Na fe party no atimi akambum. Near the akokun etia NDC abai. Na nipa ni bi say o say be no January 31st dia. Na no kwanum na be kwa koto aba. E dey yi flag bearer. Biga. Party no me bia struck which is so big can say o Kwaku sit down ya ukoye.
Yes, ye moso ansa na ya be foundation.
Me foundation I say.
There be enya hwe.
That and then answer. Nipa no almost foundation na say. Foundation ni bi nhyiamu okumase. Say nipa no ba ho be address here.
Yes.
Na foundation party na the foundation na say me no kasa say. Party no there are polling station executives in place across 276 constituencies. That is the foundation. It is in place. There were constituency executives across the 275 constituencies. They are in place. Constituency BIA Obeko and NPP 15 executives. In Guya, local region BIA and all the 16 regions. There are regional executives of NPP in place. There is a national executive in place. Now say a chairman who don't know freeway. There is a vice chairman, your vice chairman, in place. It took a foundation, a dynamic Bunguya. It is a very election, January 31st. Omo Monday, say election by Omo Bayen. Omo that's all. Into Omo, and a day after Pakotuaba, a day flag bearer. Anybody be say, oh, Nasasa, Nipaye, Wohui, almost a tour bear, last flag bearer, a year 2023, November, so the Kaya. And then say, 1996, April 1996, Electoral College ne koyi ba give flag bearer 1996 no. Omo anso na ekoto aba 1998 eyi flag bearer bi. Because no omo mandate ne
expire.
So I want them. And it been so say, oh, and I say, omo ekoto aba ma flag bearer 2023. And I saw more than ekoto aba dia. No flag bearer na yi no 2023. I just say, yeah, obenya advantage at change of more as a party for manage flag bearer. And you know why? Now, NDC bank. Oman kofa electoral commissioner name in 2014. And no, but then Oman Kwaku lose by the biggest electoral defeat in the since the first.
Yes.
NPP are buying bars. Yes, so Yankofa new electoral commissioner Amber.
Yes.
And then it's our electoral commissioner Kofa by. Yeah, no, that leading to the biggest defeat of the NPP in 2024. The Jisoka said no Obi advantage. And you know quite in Jinasoniso. May I share MP members of parliament. No money a year polling station or constance or Moyasa selection. Now some election we are the
there be.
So because na electoral college near year no Nancy no man who John better to nipa and you know quite. Na binum say oh na so ko yi flag bearer no January ya na fe na ba be polling station ni constituency ni with na che flag bearer no be make sure so no kwan ni crofo na ni po no don and e be tina wini enya no kwai wa ba be flag bearer adwen problem na because e me kwa sponsor will be for polling station election
because you do not sponsor because of so unbebo ma be flag bearers.
You do not sponsor because of that flag bearer. Yeah. And it will you flag bearer if you have the nana kumya be flag bearer. Then to make a party no was because sponsor a binum against Nipa Fofo. Does it make sense?
Not at all.
Because concern will be national elections against another person. It's because me person you can't bomb. Me crap on me one share na be ya. Bia betimi akwa den ho abo afọ ya can't bomb. Me nko ye bibi e dem papa. Dem papa mu ba me na e be affected. So na me ya na ehu hia me bra me be. Enipa ni bi kakra bi omo ka se saa hyehyɛ ya national council aye omo ngentumu. Sesi ebeti o masemo. Onim le besi o party. Amenchew. Electoral college no more say o shall see free polling station any constituency, any region. I mean, obunya be a part of the electoral college the flag bearer. You see ebeti is any person omo national council nya twa. Me besi ne say current polling station omo mandate no ebewie in March 2026. And until the earliest time I bet me a polling station elections, a unipa general polling stations across the 40,000 police will be April 2026. Now we are no one. I say na baba constituency almost on Kwaku constituency 4. Constituency bet me about so no be May 2026. And so now we are now Obabe region. The regional executive election will be almost a mandate to be May 2026. And a national level from mandate to be June 2026. It is over here Nankofo can let say you train up to June, July 2026.
And Sana ubetimi ayi flag bearer.
And Sana ya share the flag bearer. It that is the flag bearer will come anytime between August, September to December. It's not just a free nair kokosi that time, at least 1.5 years. Then there are some I see what party muya in Papa muya bay yes way a Christian way a Muslim way free her way and party in pay way and then way and men because you way free base na because you way and away just like you have the twice for the next 1.5 years. Find a party in year best country into my party no facility. Na mo konto pa na flag bearer we see way too many way. One ebe bre musikate mo fanya mo party. Intimia so bia wo party no. Na wo party no a peni so say sa papa mu and possible for the next 1.5 years. And until next for na national council and decide no. Na inya ye boan hyehyɛ no yetimi yɛ sa election. Because menya say yentimi enwie sa flag bearer ye free kwa. Sam papa mu ni we some basa ye koso na regional chairman. Nsema pie represent sibo breku mi na we si we na we na cheers kama we ni we si pie na we akɔgye we nsem tantanta ebeto aso akwakosi September, October, December 2020. Adam, it's been your answer now.
All right, Nana, you better say, and opem say, watch me at church in Simina, a brinty. You better sign a banana for no bidding kumubi. All right. I was saying, Nana Kumia, and your training, Canana Kumia, the former no a dose, make us a former MP. Former minister, former director of communication, baby, or a senior party member, and I pay, a D and Como. And Timisro, Shannon so, Emma may say, and Como will be why EBD, Batka, Shannon so, Exodus for some control, some of the Exodus Moringa capsules, and the Exodus Dandelion capsules, a big mines, way a dra, Obenum Namo Atiapo, Nipadi, and train Enyariansa, and Sana, Wakwa Konume drew, and tis a ope dra, Ebe Boamo Hodia, a Dandelion, any. Moringa ni nyina no dura papa nanso to de bia sika samne adinti na ene ahomere ne adinti ntimi enya kwan enkonkoye nti yesremo pacho mo braso na fo no wen nti yesremo so peso nya apomuden a obenom Exodus Moringa capsules Exodus Dandelion capsules ene de medeminati aso dasebre me interviews mi no ene de nti misrew bomodin aso obekwa kope se dribi anom na ma wonso wate apo na watimi agina wonan so afi omo the Exodus for you moringa caps moringa and dandelion breakfast and so the aba timisoro mansan ka bi 02054 444 7033 054 444 7033 now on Exodus for inni and common so send so ema me say ene ayeti hoi oba de wanu nyam nyina no wahemfi ho eni gina ne mancrophone sensan check rough nti oba wanu nyam ho be kamade a na uhia ne friend nafa lady clean no ebe boa ama ati ahemfi wo nyina fefefe na ama wonso watimi ate apo mesro be bibiare ton adrubia cosmetic shop ene be bia kwa so pe nafa lady clean ebma enkabone wo hu nsu bi gugu nyina ebekọ ama wonso wa obasma se opese otubi ekoton a obekọ Nick Royal pharmacy wo kwashema traffic light off odoko ena pharmacy bia so a ewo enkan 05311565556 and 0240982592 na oni omo entwetwe enkomo mame kodi enkomo itiawa emra Institute of Expert Travel and Tour omo ena ede enkrofo etukwan Emmanuel Aidan eye omo general manager imama achen aboko die bibia boko na kwacho nso e nyankopon adom yenso ye ho ye pa oni ni nkomo Institute of Expert Travel and Tour mo hifa na ede na moye
okay
yes
edikan no medical chia movement TF4 in Dano pay na Institute of Expert Travel and Tour na ebo Ghana for apunu mu in Dano pay na de tie ni say Institute of Expert Travel and Tour ye dwuma ko bia ye de nkrof ye bo nkrof mo mutu kwan e wo Ghana ene wiase afa na nyina na de tie ni say anopay ye bedi Canada nkomo kakra na ye wia ye di Europe so nkomo kakra na ye wia ye de be wie ewo Gulf country meche Dubai so enso nkomo akra na no pay se opese wo frɛ Institute of Expert Travel and Tour na oni ye din sa wo so a ye number no 0594 315259 and I say 0541 265056 se ope ye chira kwan a yewo Accra Nungwa Brigade Junction yewo adjacent the Nungwa police station and I say wo Kumasi nso a Kumasi yewo Sofo line soldiers barracks ho no second gate opposite ye ne Assemblies of God asori dan no na di nhwanimu nti enda no pay the amede bre movement etiefo ne say obi biara a opese okọ Canada a oye nurse ni oye care worker oye lab technician anase mpo se onye we mu bia mu mpo a ye betimi aboa no with a very affordable rate and a very comfortability a enye metimi makamu yesembia na de tie ni se Canada no sisi ade aye no se opese wokọ a early this year omo elanche Canada immigration lanche rural pilot program se wa we health worker aside health worker no oye teacher oye ne oye obi bia na se opese wokọ a omo was some specific province bi wo Canada na opese wokọ ye adwuma employers ye ho beboa with wo application ne obi bia mo akọ adwuma wo ho na se opese wokọ so through school so a eno so ye beboa with that na o requirement aye be hia free o nchen wo passport picture, educational certificate bia wo bia, o medicals, any police report. Se wo CV so a yebeji Ghana de no na ya upgrading to Canadian standard at the amount any English proficiency letter ye be here free formal school a okoye. Na se wan ko school endu akire nso na se bia wo ye obi ti say electrician, wo ye plumber, wo ye carpenter, wo ye tiler, wo ye welder, wo ye mechanic, we a heavy duty operator, we a warehouse operator and so on. And so you bet me aboa na wako Canada akwa ye adwuma. Na o benefita ubenya say wako ye adwuma Canada ni. First of all, ubenya 5 years work permit. A odi ba ye adwuma e Canada. And na employer no so bema wa accommodation, wasama wa insurance, wasa ama adwuma ama wa ye. And na aside that so no enam say Canada immigration launch this program nintino. Omo ebe ma permanent stay in Canada na watena hɔ ayɛ adwuma na sɛ yɛwie ni saa nso a na sɛ wa wo pɛsɛ ebia wo pɛsɛ wo kɔ Canada na emum no ahoboa no enhyɛ daa endi mu papa wo ba ya so ya ye na wo bɛ kɔ nhyehyɛeɛ na ye hu kwan a ye bɛfa so a ye bɛ ya na sɛ ye bɛ hu ne poma sibre ɛna nurses for ne care workers ne lab technician no direct no ɛyɛ na sɛ wo yɛ nurse ni wɔ Ghana na sɛ wo pɛsɛ wo kɔ nurse wɔ Canada director ɛyɛ na bebre na enya akadeɛ no nti sɛ wo mu nya akadeɛ ne deɛ a deɛ ɛyɛ yɛ boa ne sɛ ye bɛ yɛ true school ye bɛ pɛ ɛyɛ 6 months or 1 year health course bi ama na wakwa akoye wo Canada uwie a school no be ma wo post graduate work permit a wo de betena Canada aye adwuma of which as our schools no eye DLI because DLI a designated learning institute Canada ban ayi sa schools ne say sa schools no na e wo ho kwan say omo be ma wo eye postgraduate work permit na wo de aye adwuma na wo de afa so aka Canada krom ho after say wako school awie no and I say about Europe nso a you could be say Germany, France, Spain, Hungary, you could be say Turkey, Portugal, also say what say okwa and also nhihye ene say wako school daw unko school daw ye beboa yen na yemma obi nya reason na obeka say me reason intimi ntu kwan ana say we say inti say ana say intimi ntu kwan there bi ye beboa with all the necessary application say wako school say unko school say wote sen bia no ye beboa nti de tie ne say eye Europe no omo employers are ewo ho a efa adwuma no mostly eye hospitality works any eye factory works inti factory works no ebi wo Germany ebi wo Spain ebi wo France ebi wo Portugal ebi wo Turkey for instance say ye wo eye hospitality works a ope eye cleaning ope receptionist ope eye office assistant a ye beboa with that inti no si ewie ne saa and Europe nso no eye nyoma ye behia efri wo ho enso ye school certificate or passport and no passport picture that's for the initial process no e ho nso oba na se woni ye betena se tikasemu no ye be make sure say ye be ye bibia wano e de amount se Ghana ni opese otukan na se woni boafo bia woni obia obeboa wa frɛ ya homa trofo yi ye beboa wo nkomo bia wo se ye ne wodi contract wo se ye ne wo sign agreement wo se ye ne wo kobia no ye ne wo beko nti wo ba ya so ya ye be cheche ni na mu e de akyerɛw na se ye ko Dubai nso a Dubai no ye wo njuma bebre ebi bike riders the delivery guys young guys na mo ye delivery no Dubai for ehia mo na mo ye delivery amomo ahonso no de ye behia free ho your passport picture ene certificate bia wo bia na ya medicals police report na ya ni na e de amount na watimi etu kwan akọ Dubai akọ ye wadwuma sa enetie
all right enti oso mo chikwa won hifa
ye kira kwan no eye mienu
okay
ye wo eye Accra ne Kumasi enti mo am Kumasi Sunyane Mampon ene other areas ni nyina no mo be frɛ sa ahomatrofo yi na mako ye office na ye ne mo edi nsawoso 0541 265056 ana 0594 315259 Mesan esisubiem 0541 265056 and I say 0594 315259 and Accra so ye wo Nungwa police station we are just adjacent to the Nungwa Brigade Junction that's the adjacent the Nungwa police station nti be bia wo Accra bia ne importem kaswa Budumbram area Dodowa Pram ede ko vote nyina no mo amopese mo ba Accra ye office no Accra ye Nungwa Nungwa police station ho na ye wo ho pe nti udu ho a na wafrɛ 0541 265056 that's 0541 265056 and I say 0594 315259
okay
wabaya so ya na yenu wadi so
all right yima yeda asia no pay ene enkrato a wode abrenti abusua yima no aidan efi Institute of Expert Travel and Tour ena anopay oni edi enkomo na me enkanfo Alowet for emfa ema Alowet se eba skincare se honamani eho anamutuo paade a wo mo ena edima koten pa omo wo ebenfo ne enimdiefo a oba ye behwe se na already ne tie obiara ne obiara ready enyepe nti ye hwe se na already tie a na ehu emoa obehia na ya boa obi de enema sisi ani obi nso de aye tuntum kokko obi nso de etwuntwam wrinkles ni nyina akwa otimi eboa stretch marks nso otimi eye hu adwuma pa ani obi a wadwan obi wa wadwan sin ni age eno so kwa omutimi eboa alert for sign of product ani nyina no food and drugs for ahwehwem age atum se eye a wo de kan owedi a enkofo ha obia emfa emro omaso ba akon eye enkran omo usu police station no achi ba akon so opantan ekwan no eso akwo islegon kuma so mo patase omo ben Shell filling station omo numbers 0277 580559 and 0548 539 351 na woni alouette for eni enkomo na omonso so atimi aboa afi Solak Natural Clinic se men control say omo yusu natural methods and omode esa nyarewa hodro na conditions and crofo hunu say permanent yensa na moye manage no enom ena omode omutimi esa bibi say fertility issues so bia wuntimi enwo bema ana oba wuntimi nwa otimi eboa bibi say kidney eno so mutimi sapa bibi tse liver problem obi a wotena se kakra bi a na wo na se peja obi a woda anadwo a wuntimi na o prostate ha won so a omutimi eboa wo urinary tract infections odwunso mu yare ene enemu sexually transmitted infections nso omutimi eboa ntimi srew kopa omachi kwan na fa ha onyina akoda omokwa omo lab omo de behwe wonipadua no mu nyina hu na ha wansana omama ho aduru kokomlemle omo ben Harvard Senior High School omo number am 055 393 2631 055 393 2631 na oni omo atwetwe enkomo na fe mu abi a obehia bia so no omo atimi ede aboa Nature Medics adwumaku a na yaresabia omo so di enuro aba edwaman so na omo se omo nuru no de yiri kan efe no gasto mixture okwa baby eton aduru bia also pe gasto mixture enu adwuma ni stomach ulcer typhoid fever eni obi a woyam eye oya pa na fe obi a diarrhea account eni obi a wodidi a aduane ntimi digest yi no waduru a wohia eye gasto mixture eboa pa afi oba bi so honom a yedna ye calendar bisa se bosome so na nanim nyafu adwuma mu pa na obi ahu se na bosome no aso menstrual pains menstrual disorders odi ebe na yi se ebe to the say ene eba na mienu a ocha ba nadu ni nyina emoa ohia mensoplus no na ebe boa na oba watimi akon afichirikom ha wonyina ena fi be ma so de onya fi 35 40 ni ade kopa na prostate ebe ha dwenti ukọ okwan so akoto prostaplus ni yedru a ebe boa ma o prostate no enye kese na asanso ama odwunso atimi adwunso yi na yawo ni nyina nso atimi akọ sa endrui food and drugs for ahwehwemu ajatum Repart Ventures ewo Kanshi Drug Lane na naboache ewo Tema Community One Market Ekus Pharmacy wa Shaman omo numbers 0248 778899 0248 778899 and 0233 302000 na oni omo enkasa medima for herbal center se anopei memo asontie se eba fibroid eba hernia eba diabetes eba stroke eba pressure eba obi a wuntimi wo eba kooko eba sexual weakness be ma waye mere wompam ena penis enlargement be ma obema be ye kese ni mo yedu a medima for herbal hospital doctor time da so ena obeboa o lab kese a utimi ede check nyarewa hudu nyina efi prostate so ekosi hepatitis ekosi menstrual disorders enne ka nyina no obehwew na wambo aduru fefefe pacho na so eye mienu baako ewo abu akwa atwemago na baako nso ewo poku ase mayira ewo enkran the numbers enso ye mienu 0244 774282 and 0500 727215 na oni omo enkasa ye kofa enkrato from adwumaku a ye from say Exodus ye wi a ye enkrato no nyina beto aso na fi ani abedwafo atrase na ye din komo me komra sisi
that's settled mama musa question ba how did the baby say why Dr. Baumia again? What's the answer?
ɛno yɛ different asɛm ɛno ama counseling
ɛda bi yɛ free council yɛ free alisa hotel mo pɛ hotel hɔ kɔdodo yɛ free hotel sɛ yɛ bɛ fie sɛ ɛnura gyimo kɔ Dr. Bawumia office bi busa sɛ why Dr. Bawumia again.
Okay, the nti ana meka saa ne sɛ ebi mo ahyɛ da confuse the two say council meeting any decisions no na decisions about Dr. Bawumia and tisa kra ɛno na machim no. Now after a council meeting, a council announces say January 31st, 2026, you be flag bearer no. One more person running in ano. Or more if you see announce. In fact, if you cross that announce and sana ye call council meeting. Many penny by the champions. So no, they can announce a cross and ye call council meeting say obedient be. Me or for Canada Japan or they can announce say obedient be. Penifoni be no attitude, but on share dante. The after fee council bar on Timber can say, you better about 31st January. No, in no better home will be at me for money camp will be at me. Eka say, me major be and I mean Jinabi. And the Uber Parliament MPs 88 in our honor. Nothing come with your circle, charity bend there. Anya Shekran MPs be 60. Adrian Kobenkum say pe power 2028 pa dia nipa ba kwa ya ton na wie etiaka nipa ba kwa NDC for the ombe kan fa no nyina o ma kan wie oni bi fufu kan fa no nipa ba kwa wa kire na dream ma na dream kire na toga na fo bebre akoma so say sa opening we say ne nim die ni su ne ban ni di n'anim a eyie saa nipa no ɔne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enti nipa bɛyɛ eduasia ne akyire no yɛadwen kɔ bɛnkom sɛ yɛbɛboa no ma no di nkonim enti ɛme sɛ ɛno anɔpa wo sɛ de ɛde nansa anɔpa ɛna yɛkɔɔ parliament anɔpa yɛ obiara yɛ n'adwuma kakra no na ɛsɛ yɛnkɔ no hɔ office nkɔkyia no yɛkɔ no hɔ office kɔkyia no ɛkɔ man ne tirim kwa sɛ sɛ ɔka so obɛgyina bio mu a yɛbɛgyina n'akyi nti yɛkɔ ne hɔ anɔpa no ne ne kɔtena ase bɛyɛ dɔnhwere mmienu ne ne kɔdii nkɔmmɔ yɛmfi hɔ koraa na metee sɛ me sɛ asɛm no deda ayi radio ne TV so ne internet so sɛ yɛmu bɛyɛ aduasia ne yɛkyerɛ over 60 yɛakɔ Dr. Bawumia hɔ ɛne na kɔdii nkɔmmɔ sɛ sɛ obɛgyina bio mu a yɛbɛdi n'akyi san sɛ yɛahwɛ pɛgye takra mu ahu sɛ ɔno ne nipa yɛdendin ne mu a 2028 yɛbɛtumi awini deɛ baayɛ no no
ɛdi nkɔmmɔ bie mate sɛ wo nua baako sɛ afɛdeɛ ɔmo deɛ woyɛ kristoni deɛ ne sɛ wɔto aba ma kramoni ma kramufoɔ ɛmfata sɛ wɔba bɛli deɛ ɔman te sɛ Ghana yɛ a Christians ɛna dɔɔso one deɛ bɛdi saa nkɔ bi anyamboa next week ne yɛahwɛ why
mate
right for enti kojo ponkoma na mene ne ekasa kaka bibi
na me kan say kakra me kan fa on say mesre MPP for say baby gina no ehwo etro saa busu mi nsia ye da enimi ye bi opinion obi di enim sane amra ne kire pepepe so one show ka say ye na ko kikan sem bi ensem fata ebeto aba no be wi na ndisi fo be twa saa asem no on the abaya advert in the 2028 election 2024 ABCA yan someone yaka etitia hono and this for the advert etitia man ko fo be su gidie out of the apathy I so far because of yankasa yin somewhere ke kafa ho nkai obi aya enuntin we na ye kono mo man kai so mo ejina nyina ye party mpanimfo mo sefata ebi awo upebode me pemenkeni ni na ye de bo ampese yeye
pa
enisa wo ma wo board a wo penti no wo kasa etia me mankeni den ni sa me so me mankeni a me penti no me toto ayampe afa wo board ye no ye yesa ye be wie no nkabom ne be ye din nkabom so ne hia de weni me nim se Dr. Bawumia na ye di na chi no nkasa ntia obi ada on kasa ntia obi a religion on kasa ntia obi a tribe on kasa ntia obi a su ne ban saa so na mɛsrɛ sɛ camps ahodoɔ no aka ne nyinara obiara so hwɛ na n'akyitafoɔ ankasa ntia obi wodeɛ kyerɛ de awo ɛyɛ wo bɔbrɛ de awo yɛde tumi ni ma abɛtumi a yɛde aboa party no ma party no ɛwɔ ni power kyerɛ no Ghanafoɔ ɛbɛtie partyfoɔ ɛbɛtie ɔmtirim abɔbew ɛmɛsɛe me mma partyfoɔ saa so na me so menkɔsɛe wo ma partyfoɔ ti mɛsrɛ sɛ yɛma saa kasa wei sɛ na wei ne firi ha wei mfiri ha wei yɛ wei ɔkɔ asɔre wɔ mozama wei kɔ wei sei wei frɛ nyame nkeka yɛde saa mpaapamu no baa yɛbɛwie no na asɛm yɛkɔka kyerɛ Ghanafoɔ ti mɛsrɛ ɔmo afi ase ɛyɛ saa campaigns asɛ yɛpɛ sɛ divide no dabi wode yɛka wasɛm de a wobɛtumi ayɛ de aboa MPP kuo no yɛtumi anya tumi 2028 saa no yɛwie a yɛbɛtumi aka ɛho abɔma yɛ adwuma
na kɔdwo wukoi obi asɛde message wɔ sɛ wɔhwɛ sɛ deɛ wotuntumi si wɔ na ɛhyɛn ni a ka onya ogidie kɔkɔɔ mu a na wahyɛ saa tenten kɔkɔɔ no paara ka wohyɛ na hyɛ kama wɔsɛ ka ni gye bɛgye wɔsɛ ka ne fɛ pɛ bɛyɛ
mini anum bebree kura akɔgyidi kɔkɔɔ mɛsrɛ ɔm kora sɛ na ɔmo kɔ no ɔmo mmɔ mpaeɛ ma me ɔmo mmɔ mpaeɛ ma yɛ nyinaa yɛ nipa baako ma yɛmfa mpapɛ mu ne adeɛ mma
Mate, abusafo honorable Kojo Ponkroma na mote se ni di enkomo no member of parliament for Francis I be in the eastern region no information minister the immediate past minister of works and housing na mote se ni edi nko no Kojo ebedo ase de bia setem bia no wo ha wuni ha no mo etimi etu esa frɛ wa that settled mama musa question ba ko na how did the baby say why Dr. Bawumia again what's the answer
and we different asemo and we council
and your free council your free Alisa hotel mo pe hotel hokododo your free hotel say ya be fi say enra chimo ko Dr. Bawumia office bi busa say why Dr. Bawumia again
okay the interna make say ne say ebi mo hyeda e confuse the two say council meeting any decisions no na decisions about Dr. Bawumia and tisa kra eno na machim no now after a council meeting a council announces say January 31st, 2026, you be flag bearer no. One more person running in no. Or more if you see announce. In fact, if you cross that announce and sana ye call council meeting. Many penny by the champions, so no they can announce a cross and ye call council meeting say obijinabi. Me or for Canada Japan, or they can announce say obijinabi. Mpanimfo ni bi na watete no but on share dante nti after fi council ba bonten be kan say ye beto ban 31st January no emu obeda ho mo bi atumi form no camp obi atumi e ka say me megina bi ana me gina bi nti oba parliament MPs 88 na wo ho no na fi nkomo fi ase koso charenti e bende anye hwe kwa na MPs be 60 Adrian Kobenkum say ye power 2028 pa dia nipa ba ko ya ton na wie etiaka nipa ba ko a NDC for the ombe kan fa no hu nyina o ma kan wie oni bi fufu kan fa no nipa ba ko a wachre na dream managing kire na toga na fo bebre akoma so say sa opening we say ne nim die ne su ne ban ne di n'animu a eyie saa nipa no one Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enti nipa beye eduesia ne ekire no yadwen ko benkom sɛ yɛbɛboa no ma na di nkunim enti ɛme sɛ ɛno anopa o sɛ de ɛna nsa anopa ɛna yɛ call parliament anopa yɛ obi ayɛ n'adwuma kaka no na ɛsɛ yɛnkɔ no hɔ office nkotua no yɛkɔ no hɔ office kotua no ɛkɔ man ne tirim kwa sɛ sɛ ɔka so obɛgyina bio mu a yɛbɛgyina n'akyi nti yɛkɔ ne hɔ anɔpa no ne ne kɔtena ase bɛyɛ dɔnhwere mmienu ne ne kɔdi nkɔmmɔ yɛmfi hɔ koraa na metee sɛ me sɛ asɛm no deda ayi radio ne TV so ne internet so sɛ yɛmu bɛyɛ aduasia ne yɛkyerɛ over 60 yakɔ Dr. Bawumia hɔ ɛne na kɔdi nkɔmmɔ sɛ paso bɛgyina bio mu a yɛbɛdi n'akyi san sɛ yɛahwɛ pɛde takra mu ahu sɛ ɔno ne nipa yɛdenden ne mu a 2028 yɛbɛtumi awini deɛ baayɛ no
edi nkomo bi mate sɛ wonua baako sɛ afedie ɔmo deɛ woyɛ kristoni deɛ ne sɛ wɔto abama kramoni ma kramufoɔ ɛmfata sɛ ɔmba bɛli di ɔman te sɛ Ghana yɛ Christians ɛna dɔɔso one day bi de saa nkɔ bi anyambo next week ne yɛahwɛ why
mate
right abudafo enti kɔdɔ pɔnkoma ɛna mene ne ɛkasa kaka bibi
na meka ne sɛ kakra meka fa no sɛ mɛsrɛ MPP foɔ sɛ baabi gyina no ɛhɔ ɛtoro saa bosomi nsia yɛ da yɛnim yi yɛbɛyi ɔpani ɔno bi di yɛnim sɛnea mmara no kyerɛ pɛpɛɛpɛ sɛ woanhwɛ wo kasa yie na akɔkeka nsɛm bi nsɛm fataa ɛbɛto aba no bɛwie na ndisifoɔ bɛtwa saa asɛm no na mde abɛyɛ advert tia yɛn in the 2028 election 2024 ɛbisiɛ yɛn ayɛ nsɛm a ne yɛaka atiatia yɛ ho no ndisifoɔ de yɛ advert de tia yɛ ma nkɔfoɔ bebree so gyidiɛ part of the apathy I suffer because of yankasa yensem we keka fire ho nkai obi ayaw enu nti no we na ye kono mo man kai so mo agina nyina ye party mpanimfo mo se fata ebi awo upebode me pemenkeni ni na ye de bo ampese yeye
pa
enisa wo ma wo bode a wo penti no wo kasa etia me mankeni de enisa me so me mankeni a me penti no me toto ayampe afa wo bode no ye yesa ye be wie no nkabom ne be ye den nkabom so ne hia de weni mimi nim se Dr. Baumia na ye di na chi no nkasa ntia obi ada on kasa ntia obi a religion on kasa ntia obi a tribe on kasa ntia obi a sune ne ban saa so na me stress e camps ahodo na aka ne nyinara obi a so hwe na ne titafo an kasa ntia obi wo ye kire de awo e ya obobre de awo ye de tumi ni ma abetumi ya de aboa party ni ma party no e wini power no Ghana for ebeti party for ebeti omtrima bobel e me say me ma party for saa so na me so me nko say wo ma party for ti mesre se ye masa kasa we say na we ni free ha we free ha we okwa sorry wo muzama we call we say we free nyame nkika ye de saa mpape mu ne ba ye bi hwie no na asem ye ko ka kire Ghana for ti mesre omo afi ase ye saa campaigns as a perceive divide no there be wo de ka wasem de awo betumi aye de aboa MPP ku no yetumi anya to me 2028 saa no ye wi a ye betumi aka ho aboma ye adwuma
na kojo wukoi obi asedi message wose wo hwese de otuntumi si wo na ehyan a ka onya ogidie kokko mu a na wase saa tenten kokko no pare ka wo hye na asem kama wose ka ni je beje wose ka ne fepe beye
mini anum bebre kura ko jidi kokko metro kura no mo kono mo mompa e mame
isi
mompa e maye nyina ye ni pa baako ma ye mfa mpa pe mu ni ade mba
Mate abusafo honorable Kojo Ponkroma na motese ni di enkomo no member of parliament for France I be in the eastern region no information minister the immediate past minister of works and housing na motese ni edi nko no Kojo e bedo ase de bia tetem bia no wo ha wuni ha no mo etimi etu esa frɛ wa that settled mame musa question ba ko na how did the baby say why Dr. Baumia again what's the answer
and we different asemo and we council
and be your free council your free Alisa hotel pe hotel ho kododo your free hotel say ya ba fi say enra chimo ko Dr. Baumia office be busa say why Dr. Baumia again
okay the internet make us say e bi mo sheda e confuse the two say council meeting any decisions no na decisions about Dr. Baumia and tisa kra I know na much no now after a council meeting a council announces say January 31st, 2026, you be flag bearer no. One more person running in no. Or more if you see announce. In fact, if you cross that announce and sana ye call council meeting. Many penny by the champions, and so no, you can announce a cross and ye call council meeting say obedient be. Me or for Canada Japan, or you can announce say obedient be. Penifoni be no attitude, but on share dante. The after fee council bab on Timber can say, you better about 31st January. No, you know, but that home will be to me for money camp will be to me. I can say, me major be and I mean, Jinabi. And Uba parliament MPs 88 na ɛwɔ hɔ no. Na fi nkɔmɔ fi ase kɔ so charenti bɛn. Anya hwee kora na MPs bɛyɛ 60. Adwene akɔbɛnkom sɛ yɛpɛ power 2028 paa deɛ nipa baako a yɛatɔn na wie atuaka. Nipa baako a NDC for the ombɛka fa ne ho nyinaa ɔmaka wie ɔmo ne bibi foforɔ ka fa ne ho. Nipa baako a wakyerɛ n'adwene kyerɛ n'atɔ Ghanafoɔ bebree akoma so sɛ saa ɔpanin wei sei ne nimdeɛ ne ne su ne ne ban ne di n'anim a ɛyɛ yie. Saa nipa no ɔne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Nti nipa bɛyɛ aduasia ne akyire no yɛadwene kɔ bɛnkom sɛ yɛbɛboa no ma no di nkonim. Nti ɛno sɛ ɛno anɔpa wo sɛ de ɛde nansa anɔpa ɛna yɛkɔɔ parliament anɔpa obiara yɛ n'adwuma kakra no na yɛsɛ yɛnkɔ no hɔ office nkɔkyia no. Yɛkɔɔ no hɔ office kɔkyia no ɛkɔ man ne tiri nkwa sɛ ɔka so obɛgyina bio mu a yɛbɛgyina n'akyi. Ti yɛkɔ ne hɔ anɔpa no ne kɔtena ase bɛyɛ dɔnhwere mmienu ne kɔdi nkɔmmɔ. Yɛmfi hɔ koraa na metee sɛ asɛm no deda ayi radio ne TV so ne internet so sɛ yɛmu bɛyɛ aduasia ne yɛkyerɛ over 60 yɛakɔ Dr. Bawumia hɔ ɛne na kɔdi nkɔmmɔ sɛ sɛ obɛgyina bio mu a yɛbɛdi n'akyi san sɛ yɛahwɛ pɛde takra mu ahu sɛ ɔno ne nipa yɛde di nimu a 2028 yɛbɛtumi awini. Deɛ baayɛ no
adi nkɔmmɔ bi mate sɛ wo nua baako sɛ afɛdeɛ ɔmo deɛ woyɛ kristoni deɛ ne sɛ wɔto aba ma kramoni ma kramufoɔ ɛmfata sɛ wɔba bɛli di ɔman te sɛ Ghana yɛ a Christians ɛna dɔɔso one day bi de saa nkɔ bi anyabɔ next week ne yɛahwɛ why
mate
right abuafo enti kɔdɔ pɔnkɔma ɛna mene ne ɛkasa kaka bibi
na meka ne sɛ kakra meka fa no sɛ mɛsrɛ MPP foɔ sɛ baabi gyina no ɛhɔ ɛtoro saa bosomi nsia yɛ da yɛnim yɛbɛyi ɔpani ɔno bɛdi yɛnim sɛnea mmara no kyerɛ pɛpɛɛpɛ. Sɛ woanhwɛ wo kasa yie na akɔkeka nsɛm bi nsɛm fataa ɛbɛto aba no bɛwi na ndisifoɔ bɛtwa saa asɛm no ɔm de abɛyɛ advert tia yɛn in the 2028 election 2024 ɛbisiɛ yɛn nsɛm a ne yɛaka atiatia yɛ ho no ndisifoɔ de yɛ advert de tia yɛ ma nkɔfoɔ bebree so gye diɛ. Part of the apathy I suffer because of young kasa yɛn nsɛm wɔ ɛkeka fa yɛ ho nkae obiara yaw. Ɛno nti no wei na yɛkɔ no moma yɛnkae sɛ ɔmo agyina nyinaa yɛ party mpanimfoɔ ɔmo sɛ fata ebi a wo wopɛ bɔdeɛ mepɛ mankani ne nyinaa yɛde bɔ ampɛ sɛ ɛyɛ yie ɛni sɛ woma wo bɔɔde a wopɛ nti no wokasa ɛtia me mankani dɛn ni sɛ me so me mankani a mepɛ nti no metoto a yɛmpe afa wo bɔɔdeɛ no ho yɛyɛ sɛ a yɛbɛwie no nkabom no bɛyɛ den nkabom so ne ɛhia deɛ w'ani mimi nim sɛ Dr. Bawumia na yɛdi n'akyi no ɔnkasa ntia obiara da ɔnkasa ntia obiara religion ɔnkasa ntia obiara tribe ɔnkasa ntia obiara su ne ne ban saa so na mɛsrɛ sɛ camps ahodoɔ no aka ne nyinara obiara so nhwɛ na n'akyi taafoɔ ankasa ntia obi wode kyerɛ de awo ɛyɛ wo bɔbrɛ de awo yɛde tumi ni ma abetumi ayɛde aboa party ne ma party no ɛwini power kyerɛ no Ghanafoɔ ebetie partyfoɔ ebetie ɔmtiri ma bɔbew ɛmɛsɛe me ma partyfoɔ saa so na me so me nkɔsɛe wo ma partyfoɔ ti mɛsrɛ sɛ yɛma saa kasa wei sɛ na wei ne firi ha wei mfiri ha wei yɛ wei ɔkɔ asɔre wɔ mozama wei kɔ wei sei wei frɛ nyame ne nkeka yɛde saa mpapɛ mu ne ba yɛbɛwie no na asɛm yɛkɔ ka kyerɛ Ghanafoɔ ti mɛsrɛ ɔmo afi ase ɛyɛ saa campaigns as a person divide no debi wode ɛka wasɛm de awo betumi ayɛ de aboa MPP kuo no yɛtumi anya tumi 2028 saa no yɛwie a yɛbɛtumi aka ho aboma yɛ adwuma
na kɔdwo wukoi obi asɛde message wɔ sɛ wɔhwɛ sɛ deɛ otuntumi si wɔ na ɛhyɛn ni a ka onya ogidie kɔkɔɔ mu a na wahyɛ saa tenten kɔkɔɔ no paara ka wo hyɛ na asɛm kama wɔ sɛ ka ne gye bɛgye wɔ sɛ ka ne fɛ pɛ bɛyɛ
Many are no be break crack di koko. Metro crack and no more kono mo mpa mami.
You see?
Mo mpa ma nyina. Nyina ni pa bako.
Alright.
Ma yemfa mpa pe mu ne ade mba.
Mate, abusafo honorable Kojo Ponkroma and na motese ni di enkomo a member of parliament for France I be in the eastern region no information minister the immediate past minister of works and housing and na motese ni edi see bitimi akọ
yeah
me di fi ba bi ba me di fi yi me ye bottom up approach ne kakra
okay
also because you said Dr. Mahmoud Bamia campaign team no obewusum
yeah
na wonya wusum
okay
onya wusum pa ka di ne beba bontim tim kofo amoma komanto mu na was say politician bia we MPP ni bia hu say transfer season no ye bie political transfer season no ku ye bie emma Dr. Bamia enye nadwen say womo a na omudi nachi presidential primaries any general elections no omu nyina na da so support no obi a contest say say start bibia afresh entino omunye sa two-way verification system
yeah
say WhatsApp so nye no
yeah and Facebook nso
Facebook say two-way verification system yemusabusa ye ho say wey now di mechi 2025 so me san kobi me pa ocho wo da so di mechi ana wo ni mechi obia wo democratic right e bia oboso kofro bass fofo me pa cho ni wasi boko
no ko
na kofro bass no because ayi na still the MPP na momun enya wo ho say wo da so wo ha na edura na joa wo di ko baby fofo Kwaku, I know what I'm talking about. Baby, creative from say Krempo, tourism, culture, creative arts, manifesto committee. No, my best friend Musisi, Nana, Madame Juliette Asante. All know ye chairperson.
Yeah.
Nana if we be so cool chair. Now also ye akosi agema. Madame Juliette Asante de me gidi say no ko wonti me MPP kwa politics bi.
Apemu pepe chema say
Odi ana na ko for the friend Teresa.
Oh David mi say Teresa de mi share bi krada. Chema enti adenta Martin
Mejoso
na adenta kakrake nyina de ato nko aso adenta kumi na bokode
oni anyame adumu na so e
oh anyame adum me so me hoye
aya da nyame aso me hoye pa me ni age se wama me akonya ene so se me ne Ghana fo ebedi komo wo fidi kesi so wontumi
okay
95.9 yesi hana Ghana kasa na se yetina so na Ghana 8 dia ene yesi timi Dawruo
sa pepepe
na se Dawruo ne sa ni akubusa se station bi okumasi aye friend Dawruo na he will say copyright yesi ye di nkofo court ai na Dawruo why are you na Dawruo timi bomoni so pa ma o former boss timi tam
Adenta Kumi, a member of the New Patriotic Party communication team. Chairman Paul Opoku and pay Martin.
Many amedase.
Chairman Ahoye.
I don't me say chairman won't to so na hoye pa.
Oh, Chairman Ahoye.
And ya no pay. Yes sir, and kwana tenten the man and amoding. Say nyamen kan ho na Dawruo ma. Na ema Ghana for so ete. And sema ekoso ewiase mi ya. Nefe machia me chairman Roberto Sebunsu na domiko abenya overlord for MPP na fe party man nyina so mechia nefe menchia ba konso eko ma adusho showboy adudi his excellency ana adodankwa am the debi ameka me say posterity
will get him right. Okay, now one of your longest serving longest serving electoral area coordinators were Atomic Hills Estate the birthday. Asante Pacho may send in the picture mo ufi bepono sunsun. A friend Mr. Francis Ode Ansan, aka Semai Seboy.
I was here.
And Nawoda, and one of the longest serving polling station, electoral area coordinators.
And very principled person.
Very principled person.
Very principled person.
Chemo Poku, an electoral area coordinator, Atomic Hills Estate, or Domkwabinya constituency. You wish a happy birthday. Akra, Nyamishra.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Now, my President,
our president, you okay. And then I SSNT. I call she any pattern be I move 7 and 8 year president before. Yeah, we share a happy birthday. All right, in commodity, be brave ho. Meaning say Fibra National Council, she mun be some on my high. It's outcome of the National Council, she mu and matters arising. And pay your chance if you come.
Unia Medawasi. Before I even go to the National Council, I realize there are individuals that are doing very well to make sure the unity we want in the party. Beba. One of the things are there will be some who parents say, "Hey, I didn't an Apuan contest," but I had a conversation with him and he believes in loyalty, and he also said, the most important thing for us now as a party is rather boom, so that whoever emerges as a leader, it becomes easy for all of us. Now, Dawruo, we have to ask ourselves, very, very important in the party. Over. You see, I'm saying, Obia, flag bearer, who's and I'm a boy. And no, Obia Muzasa want to be the next party chairman. But because everything, said the Bunikano, rises and falls on leadership. So, your party name, the Amako car with Timmy Wakam in the way you say, people are wondering who is going to be the next flag bearer. Now, if that is the greatest desire of the party, and then the party must ask itself, what are its priorities? As I'm about National Council, Abaso, Omudi we need two from and who say the priority of the party now is to find its next flag bearer. And so, in many internet penny say, what if na the royal day, what you had so. Dawruo, Paul can send be Paul Bible. Say, Obama opportunity nanka me read in 30 seconds. Philippians chapter 3 verse 13. Paul can send be now say grofo busane say, Paul, what makes you great? Ne and or throw letter command the church in Philippians. Now I say Philippians 3:12 and said about 30. I say, not that I have attained or I'm already perfect, but I press on that I may hold of for that which Christ has already laid hold of me. Brethren, I do not count myself to have apprehended, but one thing I do, forgetting what is behind and pressing towards what is ahead, I press towards the goal for the prize upon which God called me. They say political party, adia yehwehwe na to me. Said ye be to me edia sesa oman no, because ope butai na wo se ope so this is oman no to me enima untimi nyahwe Dawruo ene yeti ye pese ka free chese ye ni say ye pese ye wususu ye bebre, but as a political party do hia pa no to me na sa to me no so no, it starts from baby baako and e dia ko baby baako. Ohwe ya constitution mu as a party, the constitution tells us say your power some way and ye elect flag bearer. Na si any power there, then the onus lies on a larger gap. And if you are the leadership of the party, you ask yourself, say, what is the situation now? And then amount for some more. Then you can make an informed decision. Because at the end of the day, if you don't do reorganization early, then you have a problem. The good thing is, there is nowhere in the party that is a vacuum. And it's important for us to understand. Say, your delegates and our police station executives their tenure of office ends in March. Yes, it's true. National Council National Delegates Conference, which is the highest decision-making body of the your friend is saying of the party, the New Patriotic Party, can override it and say, yes, I'll go to Abano emergency. But there is nowhere in the your friend is saying in the party that has any vacuum, and it's important. You're betting for allegations that we are top bottom down approach. There's no top bottom down or top up or anything approach. You cannot do the same things and have different results. Yentimi nya de se de ye niam dada na expect some miraculously no niema ebe fine. So there will be kasa bebre on this National Council, but I will only want to congratulate them. Say they've said we have to do things different, and they are in the right direction. But what they've done for us that we need to congratulate them. They say they've done what Paul said. They are letting us forget what is behind. When a year say party no imagine a new leader. What we are doing is forward ever. They will forward ever. So what the National Council has done is to give the party a hope. Say reorganization is starting. Because you can say me we go kasa na we akokasa. You can say ma we nye say anu akoye say. The party must just start with its reorganization, and they've taken the most important decision. I believe that the election of a flag bearer is fundamental to this party, especially in opposition. Especially I say over this NDC for John Mahama Koka say you need a leader that will reply him directly. So I believe they've done well. And now, omu election so yes, Remo said I've always taken my stance. Let us be measured on what we say. Tell the people what you can do for them. Nyame adum na party new electoral say flag bearer. Can you work with everybody? Chawampoku, can you work with everybody? You can't work with everybody. Well, but you see, it's in a penny day mathematics.
Exist with people.
Yes, but as a leader, Chamabuku, as a leader, when you are not the one, you must.
You must. There are some people you work with. They are not your friends. They are not your friends. They are not your enemies. But it's necessary
you work with them. As a leader, you must work with everybody. Say you decide to pay and I so on a chairman will be beyond to me say me dear no me paint me. Then you don't have any place running as flag bearer. Because party for now omuko elected no sa party for now na elected chairman poku so be chairman wo do me kwabenya. Enti chairman say na me a flag bearer na me ka say me no nya adwuma. How is my flag bearership? It's as useless as anything. So if you are dema omo ba yenhwe yenum nsem because ya yenum nsem ene bebo ka amayen ya yenum nsem en yen kai se eye kebi mami nkebi enye indidi atem mami ndidi ubi enye kasentwie na mi ntwi ubi se de road ya de road ni nyina ye bo na mi mbo obi ba nya kona me nkum bi there hana me dem anu
all right odi imuano
there de nya
me me secret democracy no
yeah
me nyintum say yen frɛ no kabina min kabi ene nkrofo democracy yedodo amemu basically sa na kyerɛ sɛ baabi a dɔm no wɔ no ɛhɔ na decision no wɔ eji yɛsi yɛ kotonsu yɛsi yɛn to tiatia yɛn to tenten ɛdodo ne kase yɛn to tiatia akwakoto dodo kase yɛn to tenten akwakoto nti yɛde kabina min kabi na to so na nkrofo ɛkeka ne sɛ de omusito nti no media me madwen no ɛkyɛmopoku abacho ma metie national council decision
national council decision on say media and there be a masama can say we people are elected to do a job party emma ena anase party emrapon ena emo be qualified to become a member of national council ena oma could take decision okay I believe say people have a right to speak their mind as far as that decision is concerned. But I also believe, say, there is a process. If majority of the people disagree with the decision that has been taken, then there is a process where they can appeal to that same body and say, hey,
reconsider your decision.
As same way I'm kind idea. Ye nyintum na ye de dodo no ye gidi say ye kone say ha enebeko. Etino party man should rather explore that opportunity. But at the same time, no, yes, people can speak their mind, but they should speak their mind with decorum. You see, and not to say obia obeka wadwene wo ho no, you must attract negative reaction from others. Because me am hey, look, oka say me come adwen a me de me madwen mu ne de me gidi say biribia esay na wo siesie na wo siesie fifom na wo de akosoro say wo sidan si ho na achia eye foundation na amanachi me de me sunso no madwen no you understand, but I believe say if I disagree they might have their reasons for say oh ye be election no term na the internal bakery no abafo. There can be another school of thought or also feel say that will not but let people to express their views, but at the end of the day it should be done within certain confines of the constitution of the party. Say nearby ya emfa and papa, because say yes the date in Aba for it to cure disagreements. Now say be at the feedback between now and the time we have Congress, you know, actually say internal feud is becoming more and more. Then we have to look at it again. So okay, after all, the beauty the beauty of the United States Constitution is because it's a living document. As and when the need arises, amendments are made to it. And the year can say 31st. And the year na say and she share near there but do nyin to man. Yet to me then etwi we kwanachi yes okay anyway. Yes so na say do jid to man. Near the nim. We will not have 100% in agreement with any decision that we take. But at least when majority, I mean after all, the voice of the people is the voice of God. The moment majority agrees this should be the way forward. No? Every other person, no. And to me there, yenyako Congress we na say this is the line we want to tow. Every other person should be ready and must shut up so that we move on as a party. Yeah.
Okay, so the issue also is that the timing for the Congress, no, national constitution they among the National Council. So I'm going to take a decision for the council. Into once somebody take a decision way until some I could take another decision, no, a better final. And
oh, say a better final. But you see, finality only rests with God. You understand? Finality only rests with God. And the Sabia, your Congress ni wie. Not just the feedback and answer away from the masses of the people. A demand say. I think say that will also leadership is not static, it's dynamic. So the same National Council can say okay, this is the vibe we are getting. And the GD say your kwani say ebe
Chama your constituency officer and they are saying say constituency polling station for mandate ebe somewhere around January or so February. Now constituency for the will be March. Now region for the will be April. Now national for the so the earliest they bet me at flag bearers be somewhere July August next year. And that wouldn't be as well about 1.5 years. Say be internal noise nen to kwantokwa kusi say ibewie sa process nyina. So to kill that mischief no and my okay. Over 96 the polling station and the delegate structure almost 296 no man the science 298 because they had the mandate. Internal come yema kwana yen tuning free ho. What do you have to say about that?
Oh, media. I said me under normal circumstance. Because then I will have the opportunity to go and if we go by this way and can normally as a human being I should be happy with it and keep quiet. But the point is I represent people in the constituency. So it is incumbent upon me to listen to the feedback from the masses. You understand? Because the challenge, even today, as of today, the challenge need to say police station for say. Now the thing I hear the koto. Say I don't know how true it is. But
the proposal and says a conference is here next month. Na conference a proposed amendment in 2 more because somewhere expanded police station for 7. Now I expanded electoral area and so 5. But because of that expansion into no better honor no much me expanded electoral college.
Yes, every to my police station be expanded. And no dey to abani to my expanded. Now coordinators na say be expanded.
How some be expanded better esomoto. Some two polling station better coordinators.
Constituency so expanded.
I know the here battle into no bit me expanded.
Every to my expanded.
Because I know
appointment.
You say from 2000 obi our former constituency officer what here CBA. I won't join in any other political party automatically. So honor expansion they be so without necessarily be election.
And the say and the asem no ni nyana say and am dem make no. Eye
essentially muba.
Because asem we the koto polling station for him say. And card no say no be a year for proposal say expanded. Say expanded there. Ye ntimi koto aba na emra ye expanded here. And the only thing I say, as I see a tomo no, not that expansion no, it taking place.
And that is why I'm more can cook room say early conference, early na many maintain not mean who baby omunya side. And two, of course a top down approach. Na maintain say.
And two, and our coordinators also increase it. It is also yet to. Any reasonable being who is not trying to be mischievous, who agree. But one who says the same. It looks like there's a communication vacuum.
Yeah.
There is a communication vacuum on even the coordinators. The only thing that was mentioned in the communique was the police station. Even on the coordinators, there is a communication. So if somebody is a police station executive, I'll say, now then I was so many in a meme dear. Meme dear, you see, I'm to me swaba. And Sunny Akoto president. So,
okay. So,
but then, if the communication had gone, say, na constituency ninja yantono, constituency yan fani pafu from account. The expansion is for those who once were constituency executives.
Former DCs, CMCs.
And two, patrons and the council of elders. If it is being increased, we have never held election for patrons and council of elders. I mean, any sensible person or even every average person who agree, who accept this explanation. But what they went to town beginning in there
and I make no
challenge
omo ekọ abonten e dey top down man see because there's nothing top down about this
communication director no owen because anyway as I say champion
okay no way
that is his job he champions from one radio station to the other to explain
because chairman when you top down approach
there's nothing like top down approach
because I see expanded obetimi expanded region no without going into an election obetimi expanded constituency without going into an election but for the electoral area and then the polling station there it's all to about because obe moving from 5 to 7 now we're moving from 1 to 5 and you know but oba constituency now former MP former MC or DC and former constituency executives yeah hold that enipa no hold that
until we have former once nipa ni ato ne so abada what your position no
former regional executive
they are all national executive the word is limited expansion
no but kumi me masem ne say your communication on this no because until today
but Chairman already said you are also a communicator
our statement are part in the Bible
until today no we have not even heard clearly. It is only a conjecture. So, beer, coordinators, the answer beto. But yeah, issue already no. There is a lot of tension in the system. It is okay. National decided say you better to 31st. These are the reasons. But the reason why we are going to do a polling station, any electoral area. One, we want to expand. The expansion is not by appointment, is by election. So we must what?
Do it.
2, coordinators. We are expanding the coordinators by almost 400%.
Yeah.
So there has to be an election.
Yeah.
Constituency, any region, the expansion is going to cover former executives. So what I say.
Yeah.
And you know, necessarily no, there is no need for election.
Yeah.
Well, na and you know, and no, Michi Unkofo be kasakra na. O kasakro bia baka yo seka wanutum. Na asem we aye kan. Nya asem aye kan. But when there is a vacuum, people jump on it to become mischievous. It's as simple as that.
Okay. Me nature mopoku ya adwene to a large extent. But I think the issue also is that side decision to vote, you know, is subject to 19th July conference outcome. So conference edgy constitutional amendment to mudia, then it means there will be an election. So conference and to mudia, then the status quo will remain until I think say be a honor kakra be a yen training her BC. So kumi Mami Simon Habsha how you win to me radio 95.9 any movement television so within the Kwaku Dawruo kumi. So on this issue I think one issue air trending has to do with tribal and religion politics. Na ni nyina no trace to some honorable sticker eka enano I think Hoya Santimante more so. I don't know what you have to say about that issue.
Dawruo, I think let me applaud Brian Champo, Honorable Brian Champo. I followed his campaign and I like the way he's doing his campaign very much. To Honorable Brian Champo, I'm applauding you. I like the way you are doing your campaign. Now, there was a busa yahu in some bakwa na mienu when it comes to tribal politics. Chamapoku, so would the muma kwa broches into me busa wasimo just Friday. Me call airport na me share my bro for be on my bar mo be here bi and I think say me bako opie ba ye na so we yi luggage a oba no ana o shi o ka che me say me hwe captains no no mo ba no nti me hu ye na bako ye some nice cute lady ana o ka che me say onu kra de kasa o play nim na okay, no, like I said, he was amazed himself. Say a young lady or captains no one would play no also usually they have 3 captains for do and also on umpo ne kasa wo we nim na so it amazed me. I mean said your kind you know he was trying to send a message across and he himself was amazed just Andra and as I said say see me team say hey enti yet na play mu kra ye hu pilot no ye new pilot ni free baby say pilot ni tie o ye tintin o tawabogu ye hu pilot no so you to be your confidence it's not playing him adintia
it's just because let me borrow something from the scripture. It's just because we perceive to perceive. What do I mean by that? Ye kwatena mu a ye hu se ye nya gidie bi se ade a me kwa kwatena mu no ba bi ko a me ko no edim be kwa kodu. So it doesn't matter at that material moment who is the pilot.
The gidie okwa sorry dem mu na o trans na sorry a unhwe wachi ansa na wa trans no so focus en sorry na mo mpa so sorry gina na wo trans a unhwe wachi sa konwa na wo ho a wo trans street sa gidi
also on tribal politics na mbusa say see kwatena bus mu a dero na uku kumasi na uku kufodia dero aya mbusa say driver no oyedeni doesn't matter to you.
No, not at all.
Ana dero anopa sorry na wo kopɛ aduane a wo se na se wo pɛ wachi pa se de ebedi wachi dero aya obusa se oye deni tribal politics idea ebitima say as a people say ne we a candidate ni bi na wo make statements against another candidate because of their tribe. What you do, they say, if Nyamema wadom no krana wo beye flag bearer, who say those same group of people, no, you need them. Their votes matter, and they will remind you. So, Chairman, tribal politics has no place in our democracy. I mean, to what end? And at the end of the day, say nipa de betra say as omampani na or sign impuntua. Does he sign as say oye Christoni ana say or sign say oye Muslimuni? It's very, very important for us to ask ourselves. Say ukoto wachi na umbuza say nipa na uto wachi ne free no hono. Why do you bring tribal politics into our politics?
It's important for the decision of who leads the party to win power. Of course, say MPP choose will be tribe any religion na omoshe a presidential candidate. That is the argument of sticker.
Na say yamfa say me over to say me asantini pure. Na say adwuma no me hu so I don't have the competence, I don't have the discipline to do it that. Yanta me adwuma ne mami. Just by mere fact say me asantini. Dero, if I don't have the competence to do a job, just by mere fact say over Abelka say oh you be chrome ni nti ye mami.
I'll say ebinum to me.
I mean, you see, this is how we need to start. Being a president of Ghana is about competence. By the grace of God, omo running for election, they are competent enough. They are competent enough. But what we need from them is for them to tell us, say, Mr. Popoku, who ever be a flag bearer, a day for one at the bread party, no. A day for one as a party, no. As I the mouth it could do what as a mampenia if I saw de ben na de bemano. That's why they say your message. What is your message to the good people of Ghana? What is your message? So forgive me to say, I think say in some now honorable member Neka no capital your friend say political foolish talk. I don't know how best I can put it. And I said, "We can." I said, "Honorable fully stop."
You can say you disagree. I mean, see, because me sometimes I find it strange. When one person uses certain language to speak, we condemn. But sometimes, because you could have said, "This is language." Openio Jokun will say, "What one can say? You disagree," without necessarily describing it as a full stop.
So, Dawruo, I don't know from what basis as he. Well, I think I just had a research. When you said Dr. Bawumia had more votes, Dr. Bawumia as a Muslim, and had more votes, as seen or no sticker on the constituency. He's the guy as a Christian. Have you seen the data? Yes. Or no sticker as a Christian. Oh yeah, parliamentary candidate. No, Dr. Bawumia as a Muslim had more votes. And you Tiwana Wokas ask him, then you ask yourself, say, on what basis? So most of these things, they are baseless. They are you are not displaying emotional intelligence.
Okay. All right. So Chairman Bacho, may you know Sherman Mina, may you know that. Adenta Kumi Francis, Alfred Kumi Abebio, aka Adenta Kumi, and Mate and Kan Meko Chemo Puku Chama.
Yeah.
Honorable Sticker and Koma Udi, you know, already generate a lot of controversies. War party anymore, and your man Munina. And pay me waha and Mate say, Kremofo maybe. Aba arrest anim ho say person ba ha be kasa na ombe mastika wo nam su omunko imini ima production ni omo ekasa. What do you say about sticker comment and
okay let me just comment out. I think those ladies maybe
okay
I don't know, I even had the opportunity to talk to them
okay
to calm them down. Oh, sticker comment, no, look, I believe, sir, the import of what he was saying has been taken wrong. You see, let me take examples from even the advanced country. In the history of British election, there has never been a time a conservative will lose election than the way when what was the former prime minister? The Indian guy,
Richie Sunak.
Richie Sunak. You understand? So, yes, their election is advanced. Those times when I was living there, and when this gentleman, Neil Kinnock, was the leader of Labour. Not because people didn't like Labour, but because they felt, said Neil Kinnock was a Scottish guy. You understand? So, so you see that Labour will always do well in Scotland.
But so
I'm coming.
Are you saying this on fact and I say
it's on fact?
Okay.
You can check. But you see, when Tony Blair came, Tony Blair was also a Scottish, but was born in what? In England. Okay? Scottish parentage. So it helped. It's like America. When they are choosing let's say a running mate, they take a lot of factors into consideration. Whether he's from the south, he's from here, the possibility that it will bring in votes. You understand? So if somebody, although I disagree with him, you understand, I believe that we have come of age that people must be voted for into office or appointed into office based on their competence, right? Not where they come from. But the only point is that when you form a political party, to what? To get power. Okay? You don't form political parties to to stay in opposition. So at the end of the day, maybe he was talking from point of sentiment. I listened to his speech. He said, I even disagreed with my pastor, a church that I have been there for 40 years, and I nearly left the church. This is the reason. This is the reason. This is the reason. If I were him, I would have given the reason without concluding. People should make up their mind. You understand? But we should not also behave like ostriches. Why am I saying that? We were in this country. People, churches form a coalition to say ABCD. And you know, is it Prophet Kofi something? What's his name?
Hana Kofi Odrana.
Yes. Oh no, can you play?
But Chama, a problem they was say. Say a be na professor he send me Professor William Jidu sending me message. He said people do those things because of a lot of reasons. For be one man, not Jiniswa, or see be one man, or your own research on read mind. You be to do it for diabolic purposes. Prophet Kofi Dawruo can ask me. Ninu ya ne Julius Debra, ninu ya Penny Julius Debra. So politics na oye. Also for politics, and they are getting appointment. They are getting appointment. So they were doing it deliberately because of interest in NDC. Just to say, so coming from Obi to say sticker, our MPP ni, and especially considering the past, immediate one, see a year kwa banaka baya bosun bako, ni ye bo honorable can Japan videos, ni tips in some oka. Now we MPP no teach that won't mean fair. So it shouldn't come, those messages shouldn't come from within. So that Ochna, but we may be honorable Canadian winner, but we may be winning. It do election, then this will go and take sticker video, play it and tell Ghanaians, and yeah, can you? No any party for say Montua Bamano. That is the problem some of us have. No, he didn't say Montua Bamano. I was say Christopher Montua Bamano. Say what he was saying is from where he's looking at, although he disagreed with that assertion. Now disagree the kind thing. It was a campaign. It was an academic exercise. Me, I disagree with that. I disagree with that because you never find me anywhere to say that. No, I disagree with that because I believe in competencies. So even if some people are of that mind, we need to work hard to disabuse that mind. Because a typical example that one pastor time you Kwaku to Abana or Digina so kind Cyrus in I think Isaiah 45 or so. Or he was not a Jew, but when it matters most, Nyankopon, I think I know Bishop Jimsa
brought a non-Jew to come and lead to bring victory. You understand?
Yeah.
So I disagree because we are building a nation. But at the same time, no, we should not also say, because it is only when we admit that this challenge notion is there that we can work collectively to disabuse the mind of people. But if we say it doesn't exist,
but I don't think anybody can say it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
What the party? Then
it will become a challenge.
Chama, I don't think say we MPP more. What can say it doesn't exist? But what every can say?
No, I am not talking about the party.
Okay.
I am talking about we in general as Ghanaians. You understand my point? Because even to the extent when we were going for election, on the thick of campaign, then our opponents were even labeling our flag bearer as a Muslim enough. You understand? So this is why I'm saying that.
But you see, so
the religious sentiment in this country, me everywhere I say it exists. But then we should work as collectively as people to educate people to disabuse that thing from their mind. Because if we don't do that, now you kata so say it doesn't exist. Except we say be about it is a baller so
baller suja.
Eja.
Chama you see minim. say NPP fo nyina and Ghana fo nyina anim say enema nkrofo hwe to aba no me bi wo kuma so say wo ye flag bearer na wo yere ho nyefa ontuma ono so ni reason no flag bearer na wo yere ho nyefa ontuma but the point is that ofo na boka na Japan onye kristoni ono aka no mpin say kristo so mu de emfa so ni so ba oginyamedi enti wasan so aka say oye president anko be gun so re bi o Ghana so say honorable sticker start say or kasasa then people also start bringing those videos any science seminar so bad then NPP we are doomed because we can Japan then NDC also bring those videos say can Japan nya Christo ni also be gun sorry o de ba omi aba then also says yes Christo for kra mom person beto aba makremofo so we don't have to even descend into those arenas it's about message can Japan so be adwuma obey obey agree or transform Ghana and it's painful because honorable sticker Leonard was young home Ghana hani abruchiri into why finance deputy finance minister deputy trade minister into niemo hu ye wa ban mu nyina no ni obetimi aka de ahia nkrofo aka kire mo pe anyway Christo anyway kremoni e no pe it should leave those things for some other people to do it no one here Leonard no should focus on policies and the programs. And it's painful say you get somebody like Honorable Sticker doing this type of politics. Very sad. And I think sir, the party should move away. Some of them should move away. Look, say you before frobing the kaya, be ankai, obi akre man or attention a money. But because it's coming from him.
No, you see, but the whole point is, if it is not good, why do we give him leverage on what he has said? We should just treat it with contempt that he deserves. And I mean, next time, it will guide what? It will guide his utterances. You understand one point? At the end of the day, any man can watch him cry. Now see a man, national headliner, about to also for another 10 years. That is how it is.
Okay. I see. Chairman made us say Professor William Jedu Esidu, Koforia Technical University. Prof, good morning. Prof, me just on here. Me who we in a bit lengthy. We deal with it now. A bit kind. Na yet me at discuss it. Obi so send the message. Mini no. Say, hey, we there. Hey, mama hwese me hu ni dia. Ohene, we there threat power. Ohene na air threaten me ohano. Or threaten me hapa say. Or say my friend there. And you beko baby. Ohene mate biwia e bekasa. Enti no baby and people general chairman we mu binti NM say party mpanifo feel say yen to flag bearer ni free ho because ye too free ho a emu bedwo because ye jani say ye ni say be ni say afa na fa dia and the party no say we should kiss 2028 goodbye enya dey be ntino fa clarity emra on the polling station and the electoral coordinator election.
It will reduce the tension.
Not tension, I know,
because me in my constituency, no. That is the issue of a you.
Yeah.
Issue of police station 4.
It can even be say, Omo Hokrano. A bit me I mean everything you mo. They have to additional 2 na come. Now electoral so you have to additional 4 na come.
You call Congress we are. That's when everything will come into clarity.
And no year when you be a conference. Congress normally to about
so this one conference new year because conference they be making all the decisions, all the changes. I say bano conference ni be so it is here oko can be na conference they can say there be ya and this changes here and tomorrow. Now say ma waka no you've led people astray. So I say yetimi nyan to boase ni yetimi call conference. Na conference they decided say sa changes 310 as a 312 year ombiabo minimum no. Ninyina yaje atum, yaje 10 atum, yaje 20 atum. That is when a proper communication should come out for there to be clarity. They say there ukoka bibi no one my explanation here. The most important thing is that niema say ne dia akoto party congress ye dia akoto conference nim. So what is the decision of the conference? 19th
I think 19th 21st or so
to 21st July. That is when we'll be able to know I'm sure I do a cry say one day.
There be say one day you call Kumasi Heroes Park no because a day into your constitutional amendment. Because so kwa I feel na eko kind General Secretary report, ebe kind Treasury report, we debate on it. Inti ewie ni nyina na fe adeasa na omo ntimi anye constitutional amendment, but this time constitutional amendment is crucial.
Crucial, yeah.
So I say 3 days so that betimi aye all 3 days. Senebeya, also you saying 18 to 20th. Okay, Senebeya, betimi aye all the constitutional amendments. Now my reviews will be every so ye party ni freely go no. Na party na sheshe ni ho awi. No hu baby or defa. Reverend Dr. Gatti, no pay a very good morning to you. Reverend Dr. Gatti, papa penny pa so penny pa na and pay him so or share. Reverend, but me da so what kind so I will revisit the article now. The word be answer get to me at discussing tea. Yedama sinti kumi any chairman. Bibi any hodia edibisi.
I'm saying my miss we say Adherence.
Seman's a boy.
Say I know there or no why no ho say Seman's a boy who say when you
under 17 for bar no on them black meat or so bar on them last stars on them.
If you over age for so bar on them Yamisha no on so man holding.
You made us a chairman.
Madame Fubi to say I send me text or say
Obana Bema.
Your friend is Samuel Bright O2. What is the so to watch you busa say Madam Ufri he
I catch any say wachi a man for economical to watch and ye people in there to amunto. Aya we so encrofo kotom hwe ni nyina o so ye tu Jafina o hu akani a obey tu Jafina be die there.
I say wako Kumasi was kotom and hand okno.
Now Kumi
mo kan do bi wo Kumasi
Committee
I just dance
o koto gobe anagari en binsa nipa no nya davi na be die there.
No I just do grab you high see account.
Kumi gobe nya davi na ye be die there.
O me ye gobe ma pa wo du ire bia
abo enso davi dia
me kira say me da bia me ka me say those times na me what DH na wache bi wo ayi mamu bi
and the winners catch you
me ye
I see me who be ma be park wa na me machine over
be me
over ya kwase o de nhwe
na wache bi wo mamu bi me nkra ha me ni wache bia eye distance na wache I'm telling you say ayi nyaho yes o wache bi wache boutique untu fanto mamobi
mamobi de na o gata ho
masa
be da seti kuvodia de wache agia kande wache tutu the way tutu a house
o me ba afijase o se minim se de mame na wu can no your friend can
am so ono an ba tutu a house ono an
afijase satan ko don ye fro wo anofa ekoto wa
ano afijase
ono iskapra ni edi provision
o produce o mate baba
any sardine na de akoto
abi say that was me di Kwaku Dawruo